It's Wednesday! You know what that means? The Cinema Studios is back here once again to bring you continued coverage and updates here for the annual round robin tournament by AEW. That is the Continental Classic. Hello, everybody. Noah Foster, Walter Cruz, back on the call once again. Good to see all of you. Want to dictate the conversation? Super chat, PayPal patches, as simple as that. As of course, we're going to get right into the action here shortly at the top of the hour. We got 3 matches for the Continental Classic. We got semifinals, holiday, deathmatch in the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament, and a face-to-face with Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston, and so much more as the holiday season takes full swing here in AEW. And, of course, we'll be back here this Saturday, continuing the coverage of the Continental Classic with AEW Collision. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. Walter, it's good to see you. How are you, and how you feel about tonight's card that we got?
I'm doing well. It's Wednesday. How can I not be doing well? It's Dynamite time.
Permanently tired, folks. By the way, permanently tired. While I am somehow permanently on autopilot and always going as I only can. And again, we got a stat card here tonight, and of course, we'll bring people up to speed on what the Continental Classic, of course, fully involves. It is a round robin tournament. It is the 3rd annual Continental Classic here in AEW. The matches will be 20-minute time. That's 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and everyone is banned from ringside. If anyone gets involved, they are banned from AEW. This tournament will take place all the way to World's End, as this is week 2 of week 5. And of course, the semifinals and the finals will take place at the World's End period at the end of the year that we'll be covering December 27th. The top scorer of the Gold League would take on the runner-up of the Blue League, and the top scorer of the Blue League would take on the runner-up of the Gold League. And of course, those 2 matches will culminate into who will be our finalists in this year's Continental Classic to crown the 3rd ever Continental Champion, current reigning and defending champion, Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. Now that brings you up to speed, allow me to welcome in our 3rd guest for tonight, it seems, the Renegade Wrestling Avatar Man, JJ Williams. JJ, how are you?
I am doing well. How's everybody doing tonight?
It's AEW, I'm hot! I'm doing very well. I just got done with predictions post-mortem of Baldino. Go and follow him on the social medias, folks, and good man. As I, of course, revealed this year's winners of the WPLE Predictions League 2025, our own fearless Ken Bella, and for the Galaxy, Richard Morales, each scoring 76 points. Congratulations to both.
Very nice, very nice.
And now, of course, we're preparing for the Continental Classic tonight. Of course, we also have a face-to-face with Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston. Samoa Joe will defend the AEW World Championship against the King of the Bombs, Eddie Kingston, calling out Joe to be a real man. Do me a favor and put that title on against me. And, of course, this match is now official at Winter is Coming. We also, of course, as I said, have Continental Classic action. 3 matches on tap. For the first time ever, Kyle Fletcher, the Proto Star, will go one-on-one with the Jet, Kevin Knight. Kyle Fletcher currently with 3. Kevin Knight also with 3 after Kyle Fletcher beat last year's champion Okada. And Kevin Knight, of course, beat Darby Allin. Speaking of which, Kazuchika Okada will be taking on the Bastard Pac. This is, of course, a rematch from AEW Dynasty over the Continental Championship. Okada already with a victory over the Bastard, but goes to the Continental Classic with 0. Why Pac has, of course, 3 after beating Speedball Mike Bailey. And, of course, we also have here tonight a match that I know everyone's very interested in that could even go possibly to a draw, considering both these men's history. As the new Semifinal World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli will take on
Cena?
Moxley. I knew someone was going to do that. And of course, this is the first time ever in the Continental Classic. Not the first time ever, I think these 2 went one-on-one. But John Moxley was a finalist in the inaugural tournament. And of course, both men are going here with 3 points. Claudio being Orange Cassidy, John Moxley being Mascara Dorada, as you talked about, Walter, introducing that darts choke. And of course, the women are going to not brawl, bitches, but fight to the death. It's the holiday season, and we're going to get naughty for something very nice. Don't think twice. As Mina, Shirakawa, and Toni Storm, the Forever Love Bombs, take on Megan, Bayne, and Shafir in a hardcore holiday death match, where the winner will go on to the finals to take on the Babes of Wrath to crown the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And that is everything on par so far for tonight's stacked episode of AEW Dynamite. Good to see Safet also in the chat. So before the show starts, I'm going to go ahead and get Walter and JJ's initial thoughts towards what they are looking forward to the most on this card. JJ, I will start with you. Go ahead, good sir.
Well, I don't want to sound like Mr. Debbie Downer here I know how much you look forward to the C2 every year. But I honestly give not a fuck about either of those matches. I am looking forward to the women's tournament match.
That's fine.
I'm looking forward to seeing my Mina and the Timeless One taking on the Megasis and the Problem.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
That's gonna be a banger.
In more ways than one.
The theme song for a certain other mommy is "This Is My Brutality."
Yes.
I am looking forward to the brutality that's going to be brought in this match between these four. Trying to choose my words wisely because the madam of the house is home, but these bodacious female dogs. I just don't want to use the other word right now.
Okay, that's fair. So that being said, again, Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa earned the opportunity to call for the stipulation for this match, of course, after winning that 4-way at Full Gear. Why, of course, Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir beat Ty Day. Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa beat Rico and Alex Windsor to make it to, of course, the semifinals. And, of course, waiting for them on the other side of the bracket will be the Babes of Wrath, who beat the Sisters of Sin last week. So there's a lot of unique dynamics here. We could have two sets of baby faces, or we could have who Will Nigo's been the biggest problem to, and of course Harley Cameron had her nose broken by the Megasis. So there's a lot for both the sides here for Will Nightingale and Harley Cameron to see on the other side of this bracket. Walter, anything you want to add?
I gotta stick to my gut. I picked Megan Bayne. It wasn't Shafir, her partner originally, but I picked them to get to the finals and win it. It sucks that they had to fight Toni. I mean, here I was hoping that would actually end up being the finals, but the way the brackets work out, I knew it wouldn't happen. But I'll be happy no matter who wins. But aside from the tag match, because I want to know what the hell exactly makes this match different than the Hollywood match. Like I feel like it's Toni. If she steps it up a notch more than that, then this is going to be really crazy. But I'm looking forward to see what happened when Claudio and freaking John Moxley had to fight. Like when they actually collide with each other, are they really going to do it? Are they going to Shawn Michaels and Triple H us? Are they going to actually go at it? Like what's going to happen? What does this lead to? So I'm real interested in those two.
Well, let's go down to Toya Giovanni inside the ring as AEW Dynamite is live on TBS and HBO Max. So let's see what Toni has to say. Everyone's going to be barred from ringside. Ooh. That week's winner is coming. Dynamite right here on TBS. AEW World title. This is going to be good. And, of course, the integrity of these face-to-faces. Everyone has been banned from ringside. Of course, Samoa Joe will defend the AEW World Championship against Eddie Kingston, who literally says he doesn't know if he's going to literally live to tell tomorrow because he doesn't know what's going on up inside his head. And, of course, Samoa Joe is also still 1/3 of the AEW Trios champions after being Heyman and Page inside the steel cage with Hook never lacking and apparently never leaving, JJ.
Apparently so.
I still feel like he's gonna give that title to Hook.
Well, I mean, the jury is out. Of course, Samoa Joe becoming a 2-time AEW World Champion, an illustrious career here in AEW. And again, in Atlanta, Georgia next week, winner is coming. The winner is here in Toledo, I will say that much. It will be Joe versus Kingston for the AEW World Championship. A man that Eddie Kingston said he idolized, being one of the most prolific, longest reigning world champions in Ring of Honor history.
They might just freebird it, the rule, the title, and he doesn't have to give it to anybody because they could just defend it with any combination of them.
That's a very strong possibility too. I didn't think about that. And of course, Eddie Kingston coming back 16 months later after having his knees surgically repaired after the fallout with Gabe Kidd at Resurgence last year. Self-proclaimed King of the Bombs and might I add the inaugural AEW Continental Champion.
Damn, he walking like a purpose. I don't even see the limp.
I'm about to say, Eddie Kingston, there's nothing about that man that is a freaking fake nowadays, I would say, when it comes to what he brings to that ring, especially to AEW, when it comes to his personality. Doesn't give a fuck what you think. That could be a dangerous thing, though, too, to be fair.
Both of these men are equally dangerous.
Let's see what Tony Schiavone will actually get a word in, or is Samoa Joe going to take the mic from him?
I think the latter.
And right on cue. Again, the disrespect to Tony Schiavone. Transparent, by the way, nice gear, Eddie Kingston.
He just say you got to take that toupee off his head.
That's literally what he
Ugly
said.
wig.
Same thing, JJ, actually.
I know. I'm using the technical terminology that he used.
I respect that.
Does that shirt say Trash Padres?
Trash Pandas.
Dude,
Oh, I was gonna
Trash
say,
Pandas.
what the? Why
Trash
is he dissing the
Padres?
Padres like that?
What the hell, man?
Oh, now I see it. Okay.
All right. Why am I now in free pursuit?
I can't picture Joe in suits like that. I mean, I know we've seen it, but it just.
Yeah, and of course, insert mocking your town. Your Ramos are fought through stupid to realize you're in the presence of greatness. Samoa Joe never change. All right. The second question. Why Cook? And why you? Look at the man that grew Church's legacy.
What's up, Charles?
Met the most dangerous champion in the industry. About education. What is that? The man on the other side. Ah. Okay. Let's take place at the first place table.
And I couldn't think of a better
Make a better guy to that than you, Eddie. Well, I mean, Eddie is the king of the bums, you know.
A man who has never gotten it done.
Person. Talking about screwing the potential. And not quite fulfills it. Gee, where have I heard that before? Brian Danielson, Eddie Kingston.
Crowd going nuts for Eddie.
I'm not surprised. What's going to happen next week?
Well, let me answer you the third question, the most important one, Eddie. What's going to happen next week? Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to walk in this ring, and you're going to fight your ass off. You're going to be every bit the line that you think you are. You're going to bring everything you have.
Is he trying to play reverse psychiatry on Eddie?
I believe you are correct.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Just like everybody other time. History repeats itself. All right, Kingston, we're going to get some real talk for you now, boy. Because you know that. Because I would have choked you unconscious in the middle of this ring. Night.
I think he would have to choke him unconscious. I don't think Eddie would tap.
He flip him off before he pass out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you take the transcript for Eddie Kingston, Walter.
I can't. I got it at a certain volume slot. I can't hear it.
Oh, okay. I forgot that whole audio bearing. Got it. Stop! You said I was hard. You know, you want to listen to me? You want to learn from me? Perseverance. Everyone tells you to, like you.
He learned from me never quitting, but everyone tells you to, like you.
There's a hothead.
When everybody in the back says, yeah, he's a hothead. Well, Eddie had to point, but why
Yeah,
did
you know, I just here. This is fine. Joe. Stand right now, Joe.
Joe, stand here right now, Joe.
Definitely.
Stand here right now. Samoa Joe, I don't know. And guess what? I don't respect.
He almost said this shit. I heard that.
I'm about to say, you heard the censorship like me, right?
World.
Champion.
What it meant to be a real heavyweight champion. But now, get that. So what is this?
From behind.
What is this?
Like
jumping people from behind, using the kick like hook, getting all up in the tank. What are you doing with the old school guys?
Yeah, call out.
The guys that you used to hate, the guys that you used to call out. It's funny. They're back.
Here's the thing.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, but wants to wrestling.
Real quick, because I know you guys want to see wrestling.
Don't tell me about that.
Back to the hotel and go to bed. So here's the thing, Joe. If you don't bring
the submission machine.
World champion. If you don't bring the submission machine, if you do not bring he want to battle.
Keep going. Years.
If you don't bring the Samoa Joe that
guy will eat you alive. Damn.
Well,
Eddie Kingston showing no face of fear or no imitation, calling Samoa Joe's manhood and merit out as champion. Again, Eddie Kingston, Samoa Joe next week for the AEW World Championship. Winter is coming. Atlanta, Georgia.
Eddie's telling the truth, though. We don't bring that version.
He's definitely motivated, to say the least.
Yeah, you know what, Joe? Bring the Samoa Joe that stood ringside at WrestleMania in a yellow poncho.
About to say, I'm surprised that Kingston didn't talk about Poncho Joe, probably because he doesn't want to bring up Joe's weakness. He wants to see Joe's strength. As the Continental Classic, of course, resumes here, we know we got the World Championship next week, but of course, tonight is surrounded by tournament action. As you see the scores for the Gold League again, reigning defending champion Kazuchika Okada at 0. Looking to get on the board tonight, but he has to beat the Bastard Pac for a second time. AEW Dynasty rematch in the Gold League tonight on Dynamite. And of course, along with that, more Gold League action continues with Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight for the first time ever. Kevin Knight might be a sleeper of a spoiler here against the Protostar, honestly.
Yep.
I don't know, dude. Like, Kevin Knight was able to squeak past Darby Allin last week. This tournament is Kyle Fletcher's to take. He is not beating Fletcher.
We'll see if you eat your words. We'll also see whether you're Team Claudio or Team Moxley here soon enough, as, of course, John Moxley takes on Claudio Castagnoli in the Blue League. And, of course, from the men's and the women, the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament does continue tonight. We got one half of our finals. The other half will be determined. And not something nice, but something extremely naughty and violent. A hardcore holiday death match with Toni and Shirakawa versus Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir.
I doubt they're gonna do face-to-face finals, face-and-face finals.
It wouldn't be the first time, honestly, though. If we go backstage to the Ops, Hook, Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata, no longer known as Shibata Phone. Where it's gone for these trio championships. We're gonna bless everyone. Spring your holiday cheer.
How is everyone gunning for the title? Nobody's even talked about it.
Right?
They were
The
defending
Trios Championship. The championship that only exists when they need it to.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have some fun out there with them tonight. I don't speak Japanese, Shibata.
You will soon.
Assassin Monster and a great second-generation wrestler. It sounds like they want to make it personal against him and Adam Page and Swerve Strickland after their little alliance. Of course, close personal friends of him and Adam Page might be on the end of the Ops here as we get ready now for Continental Classic action.
You think they'll get a third on their side? Like, who the hell would want to join those two crazy asses?
The jury is out, dude. The Ops never lagging. The Ops are probably growing. And Charles and Safet and my friend Sandy, good to see y'all as always. We get ready now for Continental Classic action. I love this shit so damn much.
I still can't get used to Pac looking like this.
Right?
Freaking evolution of the bastard. Bastard Pac right now with 3 points, as I talked about, winning against Speedball Mike Bailey last week on Thanksgiving Collision. Of course, this is his first ever Continental Classic, but not the first time he's tangled with the Rainmaker, Walter.
Yeah, not at all. Dude, he went from 190 to 217 of muscle. Damn.
I say there's no fat on that body. He's freaking more lean than Finn Balor, I think, at this point, and that's saying something, considering that man's got 10 abs. Of course, Pac, former inaugural All-Atlantic champion, AEW Trios champion, previous challenger to the AEW National Championship, and Kazuchika Okada's AEW Continental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
Okada, this might be
right?
this is a must-win for Okada because he got zero donuts right now.
And as the reigning defending champion, that's a horrible spot to be in, knowing the Alpha Canoes and the Castros got 3 points over you. As here comes the reigning and defending Continental Classic champion,
I literally called you Mr. Tournament last time and you freaking lost. Don't do this again.
Here's the thing, Walter. It's called a tournament for a reason. It is an endurance. It is not a freaking sprint. It is a marathon. It's not about how you start. It's how you finish. And Kazuchika Okada has a chance, of course, the AEW Unified Champion, to beat Mr. August, Masahiro Chono, for 6 round-robin tournament wins if he wins his second consecutive Continental Classic. You call yourself the greatest tournament wrestler in modern-day Japanese professional wrestling history, if not all time. Of course, Kazuchika Okada, why he's the unified champion. This is about the Continental Championship. Notice he's wearing the AEW International Championship. Of course, that's what unified both those belts' legacies. He's been Continental Champion now for 624 days since beating Eddie Kingston in the Coca-Cola Coliseum in 2023.
They called him the Unified when he came out, so.
Well, at the end of the day, the unified title is about unifying 2 legacies, the International and the Continental. It's not about the International, the Limited Okada represents. It's about the Continental. Bell rings are underway for this contest. Referee Paul Turner, senior official. Again, folks, in this match, you will not see no Don Kyle's family shenanigans. You will not see no Death Riders interference. They are pure one-on-one contests, because if anyone gets involved, they are banned from AEW. And I love that.
That takes away the biggest strength of the Death Riders, because when you face one, it's never one-on-one. You always face all of them. That eliminates that.
And to your point, of course, Pac used Wheeler Yuta to get the better of Darby Allin, a match to come in this year's Continental Classic at Full Gear. But we also know Okada knows how to beat the bastard Pac. Of course, this was before Pac joined the Death Riders. Nice takedown there by Kazuchika Okada into the front face lock here. Of course, Pac representing Dragon Gate at one point, former Open the Dragon Gate champion, as AEW Dynamite is the trending topic on the X, as always. And again, folks, you be part of the conversation and hashtag AEW Dynamite. I love Continental Classic season. See if we got a clean break here.
This is my wrestling, the switch style.
Transitional wrestling is the way that you talk about wrestling, and I love that, Walter. And I don't know if transitional wrestling is going to play to the weakness or strength of either Okada or Parker. Both men squaring off in forearms. Kick right to the knee. Try to take out Okada's face.
Jeez, the height difference.
Oof. Yeah, tell the tape the height difference, though, but similar body sizes here. Pac much more lean than Okada. Kazuchika Okada far more tested, though, than the bastard in his illustrious career. Now Pac goes to the top rope. Big missile drop kick to the Rainmaker.
Especially in tournament environments.
We saw, of course, the incredible match of agility against Speedball Mike Bailey on Thanksgiving Collision. As Pac right now picking up speed, and Okada getting out of the way of traffic.
Okada, he pulled the Samoa Joe, just nope.
I don't blame him, honestly. The pick of the ankle, pulling Pac to the outside here. Now driving Pac straight back first into the barricade.
Hey, when a car is coming on the road, you don't just stand there.
Even if it's on the
no.
side. Subtle note by JJ here. And of course, JJ with a similar mentality when it comes to being in peak form like Kazuchika Okada, not only one of the best tournament wrestlers, Pac has one of the strongest mental games in the business. One of the reasons he's such a great athlete, of course, testing himself as much as he tests his opponent. Sending Pac inside the ring, of course, countouts do also count here.
If you think about it, Okada has less than 5 losses his entire AEW run. I think he's only got 3.
Bryan Danielson, to your point, was one of them in singles action. And of course, the other singles loss is Kyle Fletcher. In last year and this year's Continental Classic. Stiff elbow to the side of the head, the bastard there. $354 days to your point, Walter. That was Okada's first singles loss last week.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. You really haven't. Oh, that's never it. You haven't lost a singles match for probably a calendar year, despite how much you've been constantly in that. Here's the cover by Okada. Gets a 1 count.
It's going to take more than a neck breaker to beat Pac. Sorry to say.
I mean, don't be sorry to say that. That's 100% accurate. Oh, a scoop slam. Of course, our main event tonight will be Kyle Castagnoli versus Jon Moxley in the Blue League. Now, Okada going up to the top, roll up for that elbow drop, and Pac getting out of the way of certain destruction.
Get the hell out of the way, cameraman. Okada took like 5 seconds to say, move the fuck out of the way.
Right?
Okada slow and methodical in his approach, but yeah, the cameraman needs to watch the spot as well. Sidestep. Of course, we've seen this more aggressive nature out of Kazuchika Okada since arriving at AEW, and particularly overcoming his rival, Kenny Omega, adopting more of a dirty, methodical, strategic mechanic versus all-out strong-style warfare like his New Japan career.
Mm-hmm.
But when you call yourself the best bout machine, the best of all time, you put that self-made pressure on yourself. That's got to wear on you to the point that you feel like you got to work smarter, not harder. Even if it means working dirty.
Yeah.
As we go to full commercial break, fuck television.
But if he works dirty, Pac can match with that.
Well, I mean, we are talking about bastard. That's pretty dirty in itself, just in namesake, I would say, JJ. But what do I know?
And dirty deeds are done dirt cheap.
There you go. Simple as that. Quote unquote, wisdom by the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. If you haven't already, subscribe today to the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams, Castagnoli Studios, for all the holiday cheer, movie reviews, and all sorts of song-telling stories, rep raw that you can handle. Of course, we'll be back here tomorrow night with Cindy Ditting for NXT Deadline and TNA Final Resolutions, as well as Ring of Honor Final Battle Quickie on Friday, as me and Ash will cover ROH this Friday. Subscribe to Bad for Wrestling, and of course, Final Resolutions will be covered by some other team, if not a different time. And they'll be covering NXT Deadline on Saturday. So stay tuned for more on that.
Well, this just in.
Hello, Stat Boy Mike.
Final Resolution will be covered by Walter and the Canadian King of Food, Nick.
Nice. I love this dynamic. Got the Canadians covering both fronts of wrestling on Friday night. Love it. As I said before, second ever one-on-one match these two men have had. Second ever one-on-one collision these two men have had. Last match, of course, was last year at AEW Dynasty for the AEW Continental Championship. And, of course, Okada won that night, but it did take over 20 minutes. And, of course, these matches have a 20-minute time limit. And we very well could see a draw here tonight, guys.
It's always possible. I figured we'd see one in the last round, but we didn't. So,
yeah, I thought Darby's and Kevin Knight was going to be a draw.
Well, considering, again, both these men are trying to prove a point in their first, Kevin Knight, his first Continental Classic, Darby Allin, his second consecutive, Darby Allin going in there way less than 100%, and Kevin Knight right now with everything to prove and everything to gain and nothing to lose. I think people were quite surprised to see Kevin Knight get that win against Darby Allin. And it wasn't necessarily, I would say, truly dominant fashion, but it was fine fashion when it came to that UFO splash. I did not have Kevin Knight winning that match, though. I thought Darby was going to catch him with a surprise roll-up.
Look, if anybody is going to sit here and say they had Kevin Knight, they're lying to themselves.
Are you just saying that?
Kevin Knight beating Darby is what we call a bracket breaker.
I like that term. And of course, here's your Continental Classic field, folks. Again, you're getting Gold League and Blue League action tonight. Again, the Alpha Takeshka in the opposite block already has 3 points up on the Rainmaker, Walter. To your point earlier about how bad you want that dream match.
They better do something.
Something! And speaking of something,
Something!
we're getting back to something here with Gold League action here. Kazuchika Okada, Bastard Pack. Kick to the side of the head. I do wonder, though, Don Callis is going to have to make a choice. He can't have two golden geese right now at the top of the flock. He's going to have to screwdriver one of them, and I think this tournament could be a very telltale story of that.
Oh, yeah, right? It's going to be really interesting what he does.
Back up to the top rope, perched like a gargoyle. Okada may not be aware. Turn around, shotgun. Oh, the sidestep. Nobody home there, but meanwhile, John Woo shotgun drop kick. Holy hell. The explosive nature of Okada turning Pac up and over. I don't think he even hit the turnbuckles there.
Hell no, he didn't.
A lot of damage, though, could have been done there. Let's take a look at the replay here, Walter. Look at this. Jesus face. Power of Okada's legs. We talked about before, Okada, best dropkick in the business. Don't at me. 20-plus pound difference to your point earlier about the body weight differential, Walter.
Yeah, but still, 217 pounds of muscle is still great for Pac.
Big elbow, kick to the midsection. DT! Great combination. Okada with the cover. Hook in the leg, middle of the ring, and 2 counts.
I think Okada's lip is like cut, or it's not busted, but he got a cut in his lip or something.
That's a fair point, Stat Boy Mike. Speaking of phenomenal, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee still the pizza top tag team champions of Raw. Nice scoop slam as the New Day is irrelevant. New Day sucks. And meanwhile, Okada up to the top as the Don Callis family sucks, and Don Callis sucks, but that's just verbatim. And look drops the elbow to the black artifact.
The fucking way he does that elbow. You know what's
Now,
coming. It's that wide shot. Wide shot.
Camera shot. Rip. Fuck you. Shaky bastard.
More fitting because he's facing the bastard.
You know what? In this case, that is per quote. You're absolutely right. With wrist control, and Pac sensed the danger. Driving Okada to the corner. Elbows right to this jawline of the Rainmaker side of the head. Smart move, but Pac back on Okada in the corner to escape that ripcord lariat. Up and over. We've got Okada, though. Pac holding on to the ropes, though. And right now, Pac on the apron. Okada caught in with a boot to the side of the head.
Oh, that'll mess your equilibrium up.
Well, obviously, Pac's been stunning Okada since that match. Oh! Last year's April slingshot cutter. Now, Pac, wait a minute. What the hell are you looking for here?
What's he setting him up for?
I think Pac's trying to increase his RPM from 0 to 7,000. Drop kick! Caught that running in full velocity, and now, wait a minute. The counter, the roll up, the cover, too. Almost lost the same way he did to Kyle Fletcher. Ooh. Same exact way Kyle Fletcher won last week, Walter.
Oh, man. Stop messing around. Just Rainmaker this motherfucker. Let's go.
And right now, the international champion, World of Trouble against the former inaugural AEW, what became a national champion, all-Atlantic champion.
Dude, Pac with these damn kicks.
Green distance reverse, the side step, Okada out of the corner. German suplex by the bastard.
Damn, right on Okada's head. Damn.
You can tell Pac, though, is a little bit rocked up in equilibrium, though, from that drop kick that kind of flushed in the chest, though, Walter.
He ran at it at like 10 miles an hour.
Deadlift, German suplex to the bridge, too! Oh! So close.
Dude,
Man.
that was truly last second the way he kicked out.
Yeah, Pac was up on his toes, by the way. Beautiful arc on that German suplex. I always love a good German when you actually have great poise and positioning, like Penelope Ford. Shout out to Brian Danielson on that commentary, by the way, who knows a thing or two about German suplex. And wrestling, for that matter.
Uh-huh.
You think about, again, how much that puts pressure on the shoulders. A tombstone pile driver!
Ooh.
Got Pac right in with that. And again, more of a desperation or a defensive move than an offensive move.
He couldn't take advantage of it at all.
I just go to show how much both of these men have taken out each other here. As of course, we got to think about time being a factor here eventually. Paul Turner starting a standing 10 count. Standing 10 count, neither man answers. This will be considered a draw, and both men will get 1 point.
Oh, come on.
And of course, Maximum Carnage being unleashed tonight. And of course, we will have Maximum Carnage next year, January 14th from Phoenix, Arizona. And of course, it will be covered at Subaba Studios, folks. Stay tuned. And Pac up to his feet, springing up to the top, rumpling Okada. That's a superplex!
Jesus.
Holy hell.
The speed he got up there. That was kind of a brain buster.
And Pac right now with the popping bomber! Another brutalizer! With Okada with the reversal, hook of the near leg too! Okada with 3 points! Sudden motion! Sudden capture! Okada using the momentum of the bastard to get his first 3 points on the board.
Oh, thank goodness. Whew. I don't even know why I care. I act like I got money riding on it. I just want the finals that I want.
You betting on this dude?
No, it's just the finals, and he needs the points.
Well, right now, Okada joins Kevin Knight and Pac at 3. Pac with his first loss in the Continental Classic, as Pac and Okada have done their second of 5 matches in round-robin action in Gold League, as Okada looks to defend his AEW Continental Championship. That could have gone either way, though, like, seriously. He caught Pac suddenly. If Pac would have locked in that brutalizer, I think Pac could have literally incapacitated the Rainmaker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So does that mean we're going to get Speedball and Darby?
As we go backstage to the TNT champion, Mark Briscoe, giving us a little bit of philosophy for the evening. And
Is
yeah,
Speedball
you are
and Darby going to end up facing, right?
Yeah, Okada and Darby are going to end up facing one another. Talking about the TNT title.
To break the tie?
The main takeaway was that Daniel Garcia is the real deal. This kid is game. Here about a year later. And my goodness, how things have changed. Now I'm the reigning TNT champion. And Daniel, my opinion of you is not what it once was.
My opinion of you is not what it once was.
We them boys.
I'm afraid that
Death Riders, Death Spiral.
Death Riders,
You want a shot?
You know,
I think you.
Hey, man. I confront you right to your face and tell you.
Like, wait.
Hey, man, let's do it.
Play mind games. I don't think it's wise playing mind games with a Briscoe. I'm just saying.
I want to read a book every time this dude talks. I just feel
Me
like
too.
I lose
Get
2
on
IQ
Audible,
points.
please. Briscoe calm. Briscoe Garcia with the TNT title. Cardiff Wales, winner is coming. Ooh, next week. Because I'm coming too, baby. An international ass whipping. I love that boy. So I guess we got another match made official for next week, folks. That winner is coming. It will be Mark Briscoe versus Daniel Garcia for the TNT Championship. Mark Briscoe's first defense of the TNT title.
My first defense.
And speaking of first defense, we have the brand new AEW National Champion, Ricochet, who will be defending that title this Friday at Ring of Honor Final Battle against Dalton Castle. As of course, this title will be defended at CMLL, ROH, and New Japan, and AEW. Get a talent opportunity. Of course, formerly known as the King of the Indies. How appropriate, JJ, that Ricochet has a title that can be defended across multiple companies.
Mm-hmm.
You can look it up.
King of the Indie. I can't wait till he defends it at CMLL. They should make him each month is a different company he's got to defend it in.
Different company each month.
Every time it's got to be a different.
I mean, Don Castle's a former Ring of Honor world champion, so this is going to be a very unique clash for the first time.
This Friday, I will both of you the peace.
Besides, going to stay an extra day.
Eventually, they're gonna end up like in a fatal four-way with one AEW person, one ROH person, one CMLL. Watch.
And one New Japan person.
Uh-huh.
I'm for it. Again, too much E. Get well soon. Leon is a freak. Good grief. Ricochet. Well, big weekend in store for Ricochet, but coming up next, we return. Kyle Fletcher goes one-on-one for the first time ever against the Jet. Kevin Knight, both men going in with 3 points. Someone's got to eat a O probably when we come back to AEW Dynamite as the Continental Classic continues. Fuck television.
Sorry, Kevin. I think Kevin's eating that.
I don't know, man. We've seen some sudden wins here, and I don't think you should rule out Kevin Knight. JJ pointed out clearly, I don't think anybody had Kevin Knight beating Darby Allin last week. Kevin Knight's already surprised us quite a bit this year. Hell, he beat Nick Wayne earlier in the Best Super Juniors. He's a tournament player, all right? Let's not underestimate what could be a wild card, a spoiler, a tiebreaker. Remember, Kevin Knight is in the same block as Kazuchika Okada. Kyle Fletcher already beat Okada. If Kevin Knight beats Kyle Fletcher and Kevin Knight somehow surprises against the Rainmaker, that's huge in figuring out the standings for tiebreakers here.
Yeah, but Darby, Fletcher. One of these things just don't belong.
You care about that because both these men are literally willing to die like a king or die against their last day. Okay.
Remember, he beat a Darby that was like less than a week away from that cage match, that crazy ass match. So
yeah, I'm about to say you realize what Kyle Fletcher is trying to do to make people say his full name, and what Darby Allin's been willing to do since being part of AEW. That might be the most dangerous match of the Gold League. Anyway. JJ, you talked about ruling out Kevin Knight against Darby Allin. You really are just ruling out Kevin Knight completely here against Kyle Fletcher? You don't think there's going to be an upset?
No.
All right, fair enough.
Very simple. I mean,
very simple, man. Look at this man.
I don't want to hate because I know Kevin Knight has it in him.
Yes.
But there's got to be people in this tournament here designed to eat L's. And I'm sorry, but that's what Kevin Knight is. You look at this bracket.
Yes, go ahead and look at it real quick.
Okada.
3 points.
Fletcher.
3.
Darby.
0.
I understand, he has 0. Okada had 0 his first week too. But these are guys that you expect to do big things in a tournament.
Yes.
Maybe Pac. Maybe is like a dark horse, considering he turned. He looks like he's 2 dudes now instead of 1. This Pac looks like he ate the old for breakfast for a second helping.
Comment. That's a wild comment, but I'll allow it.
Kevin Knight, they're the jobbers of the tournament, and the only reason Kevin Knight got that W over Darby is I think they wanted to give you that anything can happen feeling their first week.
Yep.
All right. Well,
and then you look at the Blue League, and then you look at the Blue League.
Speaking of Blue League, there's the conglomeration.
And again, Moxley, Claudio, Takeshita. You expect big things from them. Roddy, Dorada, they're the jobbers. They're there to eat pins. Cassidy might get a dub, but he's another one. Cassidy can eat L's, and it's not going to hurt him. What are Willow and Harley doing?
Well, they are part of the conglomeration.
I just like that little shuffle they were doing in the backdrop there. Like, we're not here. Don't pay any attention to us.
Mm-hmm.
I want that Babes of Wrath shirt, though.
Yeah. To JJ's point, they're like in that Jay Lethal spot last year. It was Jay Lethal that you knew he was just there to eat pins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to break your back. Well, clearly,
specifically, I want the one that Willow is wearing, but that's another story.
Yeah, about to say. Well, it sounds like we're going to get Roderick Strong versus Orange Cassidy this Saturday in the Continental Classic. And there it's official, guys. Blue League. I'm so upset I'm not going to Columbus, but it's okay. I'm covering it here. It's all right. Prayers are passions. Orange Cassidy takes on Roderick Strong, a rematch back when, of course, Roderick Strong took the AEW National Championship from Orange Cassidy at last year's Revolution. Continental Classic Blue League action this Saturday on Collision from my neck of the woods, Columbus, Ohio.
No,
Yeah, you've
offense,
got to
but I'm
be
glad
here to
you're not.
cover the deadline with us, for us.
It's, of course, Darby not clear to travel, not clear to travel to complete. Oh, dear.
When is he not? When is he not in the hospital bed?
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Dude spends more time in a hospital bed than he does his own bed.
All right, they have a room reserved for him at the freaking hospital.
Well, that being said, as I'm going to be looking forward to covering Continental Classic action this coming weekend, it continues right now. Let's go to Kyle Fletcher and Kevin and let's see if JJ is right or wrong. Not the first time the man's ate crow, but I respect his opinion always. And of course, Don Callis, like I said, Walter, with the discretion and the disagreements with Okada and Konosuke, he might have to rely on Kyle Fletcher being his crown jewel of the Don Callis family here.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Kyle Fletcher, as we already talked about, has a pinfall win once again, 2 years in a row over who's now the reigning and defending Continental Classic champion, Kazuchika Okada.
I actually like Fletcher. I got mad respect for him. I know I'm different, but I like him.
Kyle Fletcher has all the tools to be a future world champion here in AEW, and he might be looking towards that now, as of course no longer the TNT champ after a great run of 8 defenses in under 150 days. The Proto Star looking to show who he thought was his friends exactly who the best in this family is.
I said it earlier this year that by this time next year, Kyle would have at least one title reign under his belt with the world title.
We'll see if you're right, but that being said, please have your seats in the upright position. Time to take flight with Kevin Knight. Walter, you were hell of impressed how the jet was ready to fly against Darby and how he soared multiple times against his opponent. Not only in counter offense, but high risk.
He's impressive, dude. He's one of those up and comers.
Of course, coming into AEW this year, alongside Speedo Mike Bailey shortly after, forming, of course, this team that we have. And of course, we know that Speedo Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight will eventually go one-on-one against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Jet Speed, we'll see if Jet Speed can still form unity here. Referee for this contest, of course, is Rick Knox. Kyle Fletcher and Kevin Knight, you're looking at literally the future of AEW here. Bell reigns are underway. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting what everyone's going to say if Kevin Knight gets the better of the Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher. Disqualification, count out, pinfall, or submission. That's how you get 3 points. Continental time here. First time ever one-on-one matchup, by the way, with these two men. These two men have not shared a ring since the fight with the Don Callis family back in September. And prior to that, they have not shared a ring since New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2022 over the Narrowweight Openweight Tag Team titles. Of course, Kevin Knight and Kushida, former Intergalactic Jet Setters, former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Oh, that was a whole different Kyle Fletcher, too.
And that was a whole different Kevin Knight at the time as well, as we've seen Kyle Knight branch out more so into his own here at AEW. Right now, stiff Continental tie-up here with both these men. Nice headlock takeover by the Proto Star. Kyle Fletcher, of course, who joined the Don Callis family last year at Wrestle Dream, is the cover.
Fletcher really turned the page when he went nuts and cut his hair and did that promo and whole day. That's when he became this version.
Well, again, he didn't want to be considered Will Ospreay's equal or Will Ospreay shout, saying, "I'm nothing like you." And I think it's very telltale to see the growth and development of Kyle Fletcher this year in AEW. Nice escape there, and the side headlock applied. You think about how we saw Kyle Fletcher, of course, take a cover, take on Will Ospreay twice last year, let alone in that steel cage earlier this year at Revolution. What a year it's been, by the way.
There's some bangers between Fletcher and him.
Oh. And of course, what a cheap shot by the Proto Star. Will Ospreay recovering from neck surgery. Wish the bruv all the best.
Fletcher's had some bangers this year. The Kyle versus Kyle, man, just everything. Yeah, he's really had a year.
I've been saying it all year. Kyle Fletcher and Megan Bayne have been my breakout stars this year in AEW. And of course, talking about champions, I got to give it to Chris Statlander, who is now the AEW Women's World Champion. And we'll see soon enough who's the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Nice step over there by Kevin Knight, who's not looking to be a footnote here in the Continental Classic.
Stop showboating.
A little bit of, pride and hubris. Try to get inside your opponent's head. Great agility. Went for the hip toss. Counter hip toss, though. Kevin Knight lands on his feet, though. Trying to hook the Proto Star. Kyle Fletcher, arm drag takeover by the Knight. Brings down Fletcher again. Went for the drop kick. And Kevin Knight is getting out of the way.
Fletcher saw that coming. I don't even know if he saw it coming. He just kind of fell out of the way.
Well, you look at Kyle Fletcher's face. I think it tells the story. A little bit of maybe desperation there set in for a moment, knowing he dodged that bullet.
Fletcher might have made the mistake that maybe I made of taking Kevin Knight lightly.
Again, in the Continental Classic, you got to consider everyone in the opening rounds of the round-robin section, especially when two people of each block will advance, regardless. Get to the midsection. Each person only has 5 matches, so every match matters. Big chop there by Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, that's why I was worried when Okada lost his first one.
Irish whip up and over. Of course, both of these men are going in here already with a win with 3 points as Kyle lands face first on the apron. And Kevin Knight up and over. Ooh.
He definitely hit his face on the way out.
Fletcher catching him with that explosive flying kick. Now Kyle Fletcher might be looking to injure Kevin Knight like he did Adam Cole, possibly looking for the friend bomb. Nope, Kevin Knight escapes. Off the apron. Lands the landing with the short-range step-up lariat.
Damn.
Just freaking slam dunked his arm into freaking Kyle Fletcher's head.
He doesn't need a full tarp. He doesn't need a full tarp to take off. He just...
And Kevin Knight soared to the top of his gold league. Stay tuned. The Continental Classic continues on AEW. Fuck television. Good Lord. The hops this man gets.
Bro.
I don't know what the basketball team is in freaking Fisher's Indiana, but maybe Kevin Knight should be a starter for them.
I mean, the closest would be the Pacers, right?
Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, JJ. Of course, the sports guy would know. And speaking of sports, you can check out our friend Statboy Mike covering Monday Night Football here every week at the Super Reliable Studio. So again, please follow Statboy Mike. He approves your thoughts as always, and I always approve Statboy when he gives me the stats. Appreciate him as always. Longtime member of the family versus friend, of course. Speaking of friends, you heard you will see our Canadian friends on both TNA and ROH this Friday when we cover Ring of Honor Final Battle and TNA Final Resolution. So stay tuned for more on that. And of course, we talked about
we'll also be covering GCW on Friday. There's 3 shows Friday.
Triple threat for, of course, James and the Wrestlefish Ryan, of course. They become our residential GCW commentary, along with JJ at times as well, when it comes to not priorities over passions. Mad respect to everybody that puts in the work. And, of course, everyone here is trying to put in the work right now. Kyle Fletcher again at 3 after being Okada. Kevin Knight at 3 after being Darby Allin, who is right now out in the hospital. And we'll see what that means for him going forward in the Continental Classic, whether or not he shows up on Dynamite next week, which, by the way, in case you all didn't hear, it's not in the U.S. It's in Manchester, England, as we have Winter is coming to Atlanta, Georgia next week. And then the following week, we go across the pond for the Holiday Bash, which I'm looking very forward to because their national crowds are always incredible.
Oh, okay.
And again, we still have so much more to come here, including the Holiday Hardcore Deathmatch, God help us, with these 4 incredible athletes. And, of course, the winner will go on to the finals to take on the Bayne of Rap to crown the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. And our main event, Claudio Castagnoli goes one-on-one with John Moxley in the Blue League, as both men are tied at 3.
It's not my bisexual brawl, but I'll take it.
Will you stop that? Bloody hell. And Sped saying he can't wait for those GCW shows. And of course, JJ has echoed that might be the sleeper promotion for him this year, based on everything that he has seen. And Sped echoing my sentiments. Again, we all fuck television. Oh, man.
Hey, GCW is the only company that I will have been to twice this year.
Nice. Kevin Knight,
as I will be there for Saturday as well.
Cover 2. Ooh. I was saying, you've had a great time there. I don't think Kevin Knight's having a great time with that boot to the face. That's Kyle Fletcher is looking to square. Drop kick!
I think
maybe Kevin Knight can rival Okada's drop kick a little bit.
I was just gonna say, I think he heard what you said about Okada. He said, "I'll raise you this."
Fair enough. I mean, Kevin Knight did face Okada once before in Detroit, Michigan. Again, I was pissed off I missed that show too. So I'm looking forward to that being ran back. I think Kevin Knight might have hurt himself, though. You see how Kevin Knight is slower to stir versus Kyle Fletcher. Both men back to their feet, though.
I think he popped his shoulder or elbow or something.
You look at the range, the reach of Kevin Knight, though. It's very easy to do that, to hyperextend a muscle. And the Irish whip. Kevin Knight, of course, a student out of the LA dojo. A second solid lariat.
Every time you get the height he gets, you risk it.
Swing and a miss. Lunging through with the flying lariat.
Yeah, I guess he's fine because that's the same arm.
Yeah, well, again, you can't worry about any pain. In this tournament, you can't worry about any pain or fatigue. You got to endure. Again, you saw him grabbing his midsection versus his leg.
What's the time? What's the time limit in these matches? Is it 20 minutes?
20 minutes. Beautiful pop-up Hurricane Rana. Now Kevin Knight follow up. DDT.
I think we've reached 10 already.
Cover 2. No. Walter, from now on, I want you to do a stopwatch as soon as the bell rings in these matches. I want you to actually do the New Japan thing and give me the times on it.
All right.
And of course, this Friday, Ring of Honor Final Battle Championships galore are on the line. Ring of Honor Women's World Championship, Athena versus Persephone. Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship, Mercedes versus Red Velvet. AEW National Championship, Ricochet versus Stunning Castle.
Oh, Red Velvet gets a shot.
She gets a rematch. That's correct. She asked for it. And Ricochet will get his chance. I'll hold that thought. Nice roll up. Cover 2. Survivor this fittest for Ring of Honor World Championship. Bandito, Lick Christian, Beast Mortal, Sechicero, Sima Guevara, and Commander. And up and over, it's Kevin Knight catches Kyle Fletcher. Long darts Kevin Knight in the corner. Y'all first off the second turnbuckle. And of course, the first ever Ring of Honor.
I have to correct you there, Walter.
I
said I have to correct you there, Walter. Red Velvet doesn't get another shot.
Oh!
She gets to job again.
Right, I know.
The jaw and the knee at the top of the head. Well, that's not here to there for right now because neither of these men are jobbing. Both these men are fighting. Kevin Knight soars with the springboard lariat.
Red Velvet is my favorite cake.
Oh! Fletcher somehow kicking out of that high aerial offense. So that's what it's like when a jet crashes straight in your face. Good grief. Look at this, Walter.
Yo, the way though, Fletcher kicked out kind of late. That kind of made me nervous there.
I'm about to say, that was extremely close for Kevin Knight there. 3 points for the winner, 1 point for a draw, 0 for the loser here as Gold League Continental Classic action continues here on AEW. Oh!
Oof!
Big press kick. And good, to my point, nice treat there. Oh, the DDT on the apron!
Oh, he spiked him.
Fletcher, though, needs to get back inside the ring, though. Kevin Knight needs to get him back inside there and follow up.
He's in the drop zone, though.
And about to say, Kevin Knight, though, slow to follow up here. A lot's been taken out of the jet. People getting to their feet, though, here. And the jet might be ready to fly here up the top turnbuckle. Kevin Knight splits the upright.
He's moving slow. He might be running out of fuel.
Yeah, about to say, desperate measure there by the Proto Star. Still legal, though. Kyle Fletcher now going up to the top rope. Uh-oh. And we've seen this top turnbuckle Proto Star brainbuster before. Kevin Knight hooked up. Escapes out the back door. Oof. Messy landing for Kyle Fletcher.
I thought he was going to do some crazy shit.
Wait a minute. Hung up in the Tree of Woe. And we saw Kevin Knight do this to Darby Allin, of course, last week. Yeah, we saw the distance that Kevin Knight can cover, Walter.
He did the coast-to-coast elbow drop, I think, last time.
And right now, Kyle Fletcher needs to try and get out. Oh! Coast to coast connects.
And then
again, hurt his back in the process.
Right back in the landing zone of that 450.
And right now, Kevin Knight, if I was him, I would just go for the cover. Kevin Knight wants to make sure there's no doubt. UFO splash, but the knees got up. Kyle Fletcher inside KO.
Oh, it's over. It's over. No, he kicked out. Holy shit.
Still on the attack, though. Hooking up Kevin Knight. Last ride. Liger bomb. Cover. 2 for 3 points. No.
Yo. How did he kick out of that?
Well, it's not 3. You said the intangible you can't measure on a wrestler's heart. Inside cradle, small package by Kevin Knight. Oh, almost got him. Oh, my God.
Man. They getting me with these close counts, yo.
Coming a press kick, though. Fletcher with the timing perfectly planned there. Exploding.
Go for your brain buster already.
Brain buster! Cover 2. Kyle goes at 6.
There we go.
What did I say, Noah?
Split-second margin of error there as Kyle Fletcher perseveres over the Jet Kevin Knight, who you still should not count out of this tournament. A hell of a match. Big win.
I'm with you, JJ, but they get me with some of those close calls.
As Kyle Fletcher right now goes 2-0 this year in its Continental Classic run. 6 points on the board for the Protostar, leading the block.
Speedball. Stop worrying about your tag team. You're going to eventually face him.
Oh, shit. Don Callis has a mic. Of course he has to spoil this.
We're screwed.
We're screwed. Wow, Walter. How elegant by you. Oh, man. That was so damn good. I'm going to look at the chat. I'm not going to acknowledge Don Callis. Nathan Biggs saying, hello, gentlemen. Enjoying the show since the start off. As am I. Red Velvet shooter in it first and get the shot. Hey, contractually obligated rematches are still somewhat a thing, believe it or not. All right. Vets with the wow. What a match.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. Forget what Don Callis is saying. That the rest of them. Oh, we're going to address the money situation?
You're going to hear every last sentence. Do we have to? Don Callis with a message for the Young Bucks.
Young Bucks are going to come. I'm still not cheering them. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the jury is out whether or not you cheer for that, but how can you not cheer for Kevin Knight and Kyle Fletcher's match? Let's talk about that shit. Again, JJ, don't underestimate Kevin Knight. That boy's the future here in AEW. That was a hell of an effort.
I don't underestimate Kevin Knight. Kyle Fletcher will be champion long before.
Well, we'll see. I mean, so far, I'm just going to say this, though. He went undefeated last year's run. It took one match to throw Kyle Fletcher off from being the front runner of his block. He made it to the semifinals, but he made it as a runner-up. So you know Kyle's looking to prove a point here, guys, to be the front runner of his block. Oh, man.
I wonder if Will Ospreay gets healthy next year, wins the title, and then Kyle Fletcher beats him for the title. Like, just beats his biggest rival and gets the world title for it. I'll be here for that.
Thought. I'd be here for that, too, actually. That's a very interesting thought. I like that a lot. Oh, my gosh. That was so freaking good. I love this shit. I love professional wrestling. Damn it. Man. Fletcher and Knight, hell of a fight. Whew. All right, well, as we got a moment to breathe here, as of course, fuck television. Of course, you all know how that saying goes. I thank you all for tuning in. As of course, again, we are covering the entirety of the Continental Classic. Week 3 will be next week in Atlanta, Georgia, to bring you week 2 that will continue this Saturday with coverage for AEW Collision from GalaxyCon. We know we got Roderick Strong versus freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. We also know that we got Winter is coming next week in Atlanta, Georgia. And following that, we go across the pond for the Holiday Bash in Manchester, United Kingdom. As, of course, we come back to the States for AEW Dynamite 34th Street and Christmas Collision in New York City. As, of course, the finals and the semifinals will culminate at World's End to crown this year's Continental Classic champion. And we will be covering that, of course, here Saturday, November 27th to wrap up the calendar year for all the specials across all things wrestling before we get ready for Wrestle Kingdom 20 on January 4th. All righty. So now everyone, of course, knows where to head here in the Continental Classic as far as the dates go and the schedule goes. Of course, you all know what's coming up here shortly, as I talked about as well. And again, we are just waiting for right now for things to get back, despite the fact we're probably going to be on screen with the Don Callis family. Sorry, I threw up a little bit in my mouth. And I want to say in advance, thank you all that tune into our coverage of our series War Games. Shout out to Big G that joined us on commentary, and thank you to those that tune in me and Papa Gino, bringing the stats and the conclusion and putting those predictions to rest for the WPLE Predictions League for the calendar year. That being said, folks, is your perspective change on who you think are going to be your top two in the gold and the blue for the Continental Classic? We'd love to hear your thoughts so far on the field and so far on the scores, as Don Callis has taken control of the ring. Josh Alexander hits Sarah with $1 million in hand. He wants to address what happened last week with the Young Bucks. Is it me or does Don Callis get way too much mic time in AEW? You can lie to me? I can forgive that. You can cheat me. I can forgive that. You can kill someone. I have forgiven that before. Wait, what does that mean? The one sin I cannot forgive is siding with Kenny Omega. Oh, here we go. The lifelong vendetta, Don Callis. Why am I not surprised? Of course, Kenny Omega, again, giving us everything he can for as long as he can due to the aftermath of still dealing with the fact that he, of course, is post-diverticulitis. Ugh. I have your money, Young Bucks. And I know that Kane's not going to finance you. You know, there are some things more valuable than money in this life, Don Callis. You should really give that some time. Let your nuts drop. Let your nuts drop. Try to be men and get in here and take it. Here Don Callis calling out the Young Bucks to come after that money, and here comes Matt and Nick Jackson. It's a 3-on-2 situation. Well, apparently the Bucks are crazy and stupid. Here they go. The sidestep, super kick to Kyle Fletcher, super kick to Hector Cero and Kevin Knight. Now following up with the trigger. Wow, that was sudden. The Young Bucks clearing house. And they got the money. Well, one bag of money. And of course, Don Callis cowering at the announce table. Wait a minute! Okada! Rainmaker! And Peach. They're about to say they were close friends that try to change the world. Chop block by Josh Alexander, Kazuchika Okada, all in on the Don Callis family. Go figure. And now Matt and Jackson in a world of trouble against Okada, Hechicero, and Josh Alexander. Okada tried to convince the Young Bucks to join the Don Callis family. Wait a minute. What? Adrenaline Express! Jack Prairie. It's hard for me to say that. Drop kick and Luchasaurus. Takes out Josh Alexander. Now Luchasaurus takes out Shinsuke Okada. Now Goozling at Cero.
Whoa.
That non-copyright. Give me the order. Escalera. Jungle Jack Prairie. The top row. Moonsault! Wiping out to Cero and Josh Alexander. Okada, though. Oh! Kick the uprights of a dinosaur. I didn't think a dinosaur could be kicked down there and feel pain.
Right in the eggs.
Oh, and Jungle Jack Perry biting the middle finger of Okada. Here comes Clone and Mark Davis. Too many members of the freaking Don Callis family. That's the first time I've seen someone actually literally bite the bird. You know what I'm talking about, folks, when I say the bird. Then, yeah. Yeah, it's like, what, 6-on-2 right now? I've lost count.
Something like that.
And again, there are too many oddities here. Don Callis is literally commanding the troops.
I don't see Kurgan and Giant Silva.
And now look at Don Callis and his cheap ass right now, assaulting the Bucks here with these potato punches weaker than Shane McMahon. And what the hell? Taking off his blazer? Mark Davis and Okada right now squaring up Matt Jackson. And wait a minute. Oh my God, what the hell?
Is he sticking his finger in his eye?
Yep. And apparently I hear the battle cry. Kenny Omega seen enough. Wearing an ugly Christmas sweater. Happy holidays, folks. Give me more Kenny Omega and my life's all better here. Omega squaring up against Mark Davis and Josh Alexander. Uh-oh. Up on the shoulders.
Yeah, Omega's a little too late. You let all that happen before you came out.
Davis rocked with the V trigger. Now Okada, though. Uh-oh. Wrist control. Rip. Counter. And a Smack Dragon.
There's a $100 bill that fell out of that bag.
Who gives a damn? I freaking V trigger by Okada. It's priceless for Kenny Omega. Lining him up as Okada scurries his way out of the ring. Okada, Jurassic Express, and the Young Bucks standing together in the ring against the Don Callis family. That's AEW 2025 for you folks. I have a feeling that Don Callis' vendetta against Kenny Omega is not going to be over, even if one of the men is 6 feet under.
They're probably going to do like a 5-on-5 or something after the tournament's over.
Yeah, season's beatings, courtesy of Walter Cruz, booking the next multi-person match in AEW. And who knows how many more of the Don Callis family, to JJ's point, might show up here. Ghosts of Christmas Past might freaking come present.
Well, why wait till the tournament's over now? Fletcher are in the tournament. Do it next week. Winter is coming. Red Holiday Bash.
I suppose that's true, but here's something that you can enjoy in the present. Tonight, we will find out the other half of the finals of the AEW Women's World Championship Tournament. Babes of Wrath advance being System Sin, waiting either for Toni and Mina or Bayne and Shafir. Let's take a look how we got here. The Bears of Wrath, you want to talk about bracket busters? That was a bracket buster out of freaking nowhere.
Not for me.
Yeah, JJ and I both said we said these two would be in the final, and either Megan or Toni, and we're still right no matter what.
Either way, you're going to have at least one person that you're hoping for in the finals. Whether we feel the rap and smile anyways, or we go to lights, camera, action, and red and gray, or you see a problem and a powerful ally make their way. It comes down to these three teams to make history as the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And honestly, I'm all for it. Of course, Willow Nightingale, previous TBS champion, Edward Strong Women's champion, Harley Cameron, still so young in her wrestling career, unorthodox but extremely motivated with all the potential in the world, looking for her first piece of gold here in AEW.
If the Babes of Wrath win, I know the puppet better have a little mini title. I'm just saying.
Well, let's go down Aubrey Edwards as we get ready now for these bitches to fight and bleed. Again, Penelope Ford.
Somebody gonna get hit with a Christmas tree. Watch.
I feel like that would be the safest weapon, considering what we're dealing with here, as all hell the mega says. Time for JD to wake up, as I know, with all due respect, this is the number one reason he's here. It's time to find out who's going to the finals. Time for our holiday hardcore death match. Oh, boy.
Yes.
JJ, control yourself, bro.
Dear Santa.
Ho, ho,
Fuck.
Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is a mega and a woman that always smiles. I have been good this year.
Well, I think you're naughty, so you're going to have to deal with a problem. And here comes the most lethal woman, in my opinion, AEW, Marina Shafir. And Walter, you can echo that son of it. This makeshift team.
I'm scared every time I see her.
I'm strangely intrigued every time I see Marina Shafir in the ring, particularly in death matches, Former, of course, MMA competitor. And this unique alliance of what we call it, power and freaking precision has definitely become a sleeper to hold over the AEW women's division. Of course, again, Penelope Ford out indefinitely due to torn UCL as Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir beat Ty-J to forge their way towards the semifinals, and also being part of the winning side and literally being the winning factors of the first ever women's Blood and Guts match.
So which team puts the hoe in Holiday?
And again,
None
folks,
of these.
I'm just going to focus here on the monitor, referee Aubrey Evans, for this contest as we introduce violence, my favorite gift for the holidays. As we now await entering in stage left for this AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Semifinals match, Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
Nah, here's Mina.
The Timeless Love Bombs with a record of 6-1 for quarterfinal win over Rico and Alex Windsor. As Toni Storm surrendered to save her lover, Mina Shirakawa, in Blood and Guts. And these two have had a personal vendetta ever since against these two.
No hats either.
They're not here to impress. They are here to leave an impression. And again, this battle, oh shit. Again, it's a holiday hardcore death match. The only gift that matters is a win here to advance to the finals. And next week, we will figure out who will be the Women's Tag Team Champions. And the finals of the tournament winner is coming.
I wonder what weapons are in those presents.
All four of these women have been extremely naughty. Nice double loop as pressed by Mina and Toni. So I imagine they are not the nice variety of soft and fleshy.
So are my thoughts.
Well, next week we're getting the championship final, and winter is coming.
Oh! Stereo DDTs, that's right, JJ. And again, folks, we will be covering that here at the Superpower Studios. Please stay tuned, and you will find out soon enough who is joining the Babes of Rap on the other side of the bracket. Tornado DDT on Shafir, and a Tornado DDT by Mina to Megan Bayne. And these two, again, have been on a mission ever since losing everything at Wrestle Dream. Losing their championships was a nightmare, Walter.
Yeah, they were.
Storm breaking out the champagne. I had a drink of that. That's like, oh, man, Brandon Shafir.
My thoughts are on the naughty list.
And I think Toni Storm's about to be very naughty. She has a piece of shard glass in her hand. And carving the mega cyst. And again, you expect these type of tattoos. Is that a barbed wire candy cane?
She's using the end of the broken part on Megan Bayne.
What the hell?
That is a barbed wire candy cane.
You know, the fact that Mina Shirakawa, my lovely Mina, said Taipei Deathmatch shows me the negative influence that Thomas Toni Storm has been on her. The Irish whip.
I'm about to visit my tree for that candy cane.
Boy, you stupid. Candy cane assisted. Barbed
wire. Nice sling blade.
And Mina right now, oh my God. Oh my! Bracing Megan Bayne with that barbed wire candy cane across the jaw, a drop kick by Toni Storm. Just for those that know, the mega cyst can bleed. I repeat, the mega cyst can bleed. And Shafir shedding blood. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a more dangerous thing.
That's the blood of a goddess.
And right now, Mina up on the shoulder of Toni. Oh!
Yeah. Had to go visit my tree for this candy cane.
Again, Toni Storm dropping Mina on a very Pyrrhic move with that barbed wire candy cane, meeting Marina's midsection. Shirakawa not skipping unscathed, despite the fact that Toni and Mina are fully clothed here. They prepared for this friggin' fight. Street attire. Smart move by these two ladies. Trying to take Megan Bayne up and over with the double suplex. Aubrey trying to get the gloves. Let's hear it for Aubrey, by the way. And Megan, no way. Oh,
and the crowd goes mild.
JJ, don't start with me. You don't want to unleash the wrath of the Simple Man on you tonight. I'm just saying.
Oh, that was nasty by Megan Bayne.
Yeah, that was a horror. That could have gone much worse. And now Marina Shafir back in play. And Shafir, Tiger feint kick. Comes around. Oh! Traps the head for a DDT on the apron.
To try and make a positive out of it, it looked like she strong-armed them, like neither one of them jumped with her. So that just shows the raw power of Megan Bayne.
And you might see this power and precision, this problem, and this anomaly advance to the finals of this commercial break. Shafir and Bayne in control as we go to commercial. Fuck television. The fact that she's stronger. Did I not say verbatim that Megan Bayne is pound for pound the strongest woman in AEW next to Chris Statlander. Damn.
She needs to play Wonder Woman. I'm telling you.
I'm about to say she's more powerful than Wonder Woman, I would imagine. I mean, we've already seen her play Poison Ivy. I don't think those two would go well together. I'm just saying.
Just don't wrap the rope around me because you don't want to know the truth that will come out of my mouth.
I can only imagine.
I love you, Walter.
Imagine the dark secrets that would come out of this freaking loon's mouth. And with that, I think he's earned it. Damn, Walter, you freaking idiot! What the fuck? God, I'm surrounded by buffoons. Always. And I knew that these buffoons were going to go buffoon on me during this match where they're looking at 4 incredibly capable, talented, hardcore bitches. Yes, I said that. This is Rimshot, by the way. I forgot to add that to my brand as well. Elizabeth here with a thought. Megan Bayne would be the strongest, but to me, number one is stronger than Bozilla. Yes, I agree. Miss her so much. Can't wait to see her wrestle again someday. She's in Stardom. She's part of the freaking Vita faction with Suzuki. They were part of the tag league, but I need Bayne versus Bozilla in a Stardom ring, please. Anyway. Of course, Charles is just as much a fucking idiot, except he falls down manholes. Walter just gets his butt kicked. Anyway, we got a full commercial break here again. Like I talked about before, next week, folks, winter is coming. You will find out who will be your inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. I can't fucking wait. Tony Khan, get it right first time out of the gate. So far, you've done great with this tournament. Don't try and reinvent the wheel 7 damn times and break up everybody just to reconfigure singles into a tag team again. And again, and again, and again.
Not after giving them all names, too. Like, most of the teams have actual names. Like, don't do that.
Look, a team having a name, it's one of those things in context that makes it stronger and feels more important, I suppose, and feels more logical. But it doesn't necessarily have to have a name immediately. The fact these names came out of our mouths, what you're calling Mega Bayne who are firmly in control here, is that a frying pan? Oh, no. Oh!
I don't know. I'm not back yet.
Well, let me know when you see, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll just, next pinfall. I'm seeing Megan Bayne right now beat Toni Storm's chest senseless into meat while Marina Shafir just fried Mina's tits with a frying pan.
Yeah. She's doing Sheamus right now.
Cracked ribs, cracked tits. Wait, can tits crack? Wait, why did I just ask that question?
If you have the wrong plastic in it.
You know what? I'm just going to leave that alone and pretend I never said that. As Megan Bayne just brought a golden chair in and, I'm wilding!
I'm slowly corrupting you week by week.
Over the spine. I hate the fact that I'm literally becoming as bad as you two. Oh!
Is that a golden chair?
Golden chair and a frying pan. Gee, which one's more lethal against a timeless wonder? You tell me. Uh-oh. Whoa! There's a stinger. And Megan Bayne caught a missile drop kick by Mina Shirakawa with the chair.
To be fair, Tony's got a lot of meat to absorb that frying pan.
About to say, Marina Shafir getting some bad vibrations from that. So far, the only chanting red. Time of Story Storm, though. And Storm 0 through the present table!
Okay.
And now Marina Shafir, oh, please, no, do not go there. This is what Thomas Soy Storm did to you in that last match. And then Megan Bayne right now is out of the equation. Judo takeover by Marina Shafir. And now trapping Mina in Butter's Milk. Marina Shafir put in that tape there as well for extra grip.
Oh, Mina's got to survive this for a little bit.
Mina may not wake up from this nightmare, Walter.
She's getting a candy kendo stick.
And Toni Storm right now, to your point, being a short-range weapon, and Mina now, I'm driving that candlestick, drilling at the open wound of Marina Shafir, stabbing her in the head with it. Mina, when you get so violent, check that cover, 2 counts.
The fact that she survived long enough to use it, because I was fat.
Spinning Bird's Fist. Marina Shafir rocked. How long has Mina been waiting to do that? I've never seen Mina this angry, and I love it. Mm-hmm. Now, Mina and Toni looking at double team Shafir, who is out on her feet on the outside. Going back to her feet here, and Mina Escalera almost lost her footing. Off the top, no! Big splash to Shafir on the outside, but it doesn't matter. You can't pin her out there.
Crawls by. What is Toni looking for?
Of course, this Matt went batshit crazy. And right now, Toni Marina Shirakawa, what's the player they calling for here against Marina Shafir? And I wonder if it's smart to isolate Marina Shafir versus Megan Bayne here.
They're double teaming her.
Toni Storm and Marina Shirakawa looking for some lethal offense here in the same up that Dyer's consider Christmas movie. A sling blade on the chair, the cover, and Megan saves the matchup.
Oh, she actually pushed Toni into the cover.
How did Megan Bayne get up from that Storm Zero for that present table, though, is beyond me. Enough wherewithal to continue this warfare.
Mina's got something on her mind with the other table.
I'm about to say, there's one more table. Suplex attempt here, and Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir body shot. German suplex takeover. And now Megan Bayne squaring up Mina. Spear through the table! I don't think that was the present Mina was looking for, JJ. JJ's quiet for reasons, folks. And right now, Toni Storm with the 1 o'clock here. He is focusing on this match. I hope for all the right reasons. But
Also,
yeah, I just saw he is.
Oh, they're going to do that double team where she puts her into the mother's milk.
I think that's exactly right. Bow down and go to sleep. Wait, counter. Wait, what the hell? Oh!
She Storm Zero'd her on top of her.
She Storm Zero on the V of Marina Shafir. Megan Bayne hit the V of Shafir with a Storm Zero. Good Lord. Great sounding, though. Is that Santa?
Yeah.
Wait, what's Santa Claus doing here? It's too early.
Is that Moxley?
The gift, it looks like.
It's never too early for jolly old St. Nicholas.
The gift now being presented to Marina Shafir. Oh, wait a minute. And the bad Milford, that's Fletcher! The butler! Oh, the German super. I think those are tacks. And Toni Storm, Brady Shafir again. And the biggest package, the cover, and the time that's love bombs advance.
Holy shit, we're getting face. I'm gonna be happy at the finals. Holy shit. Yes. Oh my god.
What does Toni Storm always say, Walter? Chin up, tits out, and watch out for the shoe. The shoe on the other foot this time, as timeless love bombs. Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm have made it.
Oh
and
my
that
god.
means our final next week is the Bits of Rap versus Toni and Mina playing the Women's Tag Team Championships. And winner is coming.
I'm going to smile ear to ear no matter who wins.
Wow. A big win with the return of the Butler. There's your little screen capture, folks. It is Willow and Harley Cameron versus Timeless Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa for the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Championships. As the final act,
probably got her ass
coming. I mean, I'm about to say that's normal. For Toni Storm, that's normal, and that's saying something. As of course, we look at the madness that has ensued here in AEW lately with the Triangle of Madness. Fekla, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart assaulting Ty Mello last week.
That was
of course, Jamie Hayter.
Go from 2 to Tesla.
Hey, more women on AEW. That's all I need for my favorite women's division, especially where stats where it's at. It looks like I might know what's next from Chris Statlander's direction.
You think Tesla is going to get a title shot this early?
Well, Chris Statlander is familiar with almost everybody here in AEW, including Jamie Hayter, but she's never faced one-on-one Fekla.
That's a hell of a challenge.
And I love this tag team as they might have a common problem. How about this? Not much doing to beat people up. So it looks like Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter might take out some retribution on Sky Blue and Julia Hart. And then talk more about other things later. I'm for it.
Like Hayter getting
that match made me happy. I don't know why, but I'm strangely happy. And I feel like JJ's strangely happy, but I don't know if it's for the right reasons or wrong reasons. JJ, speak.
I'm very happy, but I'm also very conflicted.
Do tell, brother.
Willow.
Willow and Mina
You gotta
fighting
pick one.
in the finals.
You gotta pick one. Walter, give me the updated graphic. You gotta pick one.
No, I don't
gotta
want
pick
to.
one.
You can't make me.
Yes, I can. You gotta pick one by next week Wednesday. We're covering it. You gotta pick one.
Fuck you, Noah.
What's up with the Dark Order and Adam? Oh.
Remember the long-term history? The Ops looking to set a personal match against him and Page. A trios match up next on AEW Dynamite. Fuck television. Now, let's go ahead and torture JJ more because I finally can. JJ, you gotta pick one. We're covering it next week. You gotta pick one.
Nope.
Yep, you gotta pick one.
Nope.
Yep, you got to.
Not happening.
You got to. You gotta
Nope.
pick one, bro. You got
Nope.
to. You got to,
No, I don't.
JJ. You got to. You got
Nope.
to. Yes, you do. Walter,
No, I
he's
don't.
got to. It's Toni and Mina. He's got to. This is my favorite night ever. Walter, go ahead and share your thoughts towards the match, towards the finals. What's your outlook on it now?
I'm nervous.
About what? You don't lose either way.
Because I don't want to pick either, but nah.
You got to win. Come on, y'all. Let's be honest.
I guess I'll
here.
go with Tony. I want Toni and Mina this month, but oh man, who doesn't love Willow?
I love this company and this women's division. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite night ever. Oh, the gifts that keeps on giving AEW wrestling. Well, anyway, folks, let your predictions be known again. It's gonna be Babes of Rap versus Timeless Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa next week to crown the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Why we got a commercial break? Fuck television. And JJ and Walter try and cool themselves down, which I suggest everybody does. Still the Continental, of course, Castagnoli versus John Moxley in the blue lead of the Continental Classic. That's our main event tonight here on Dynamite. And let's go ahead and take a look at the comments here real quick. Safet saying this match in a while. Charles with the hot take. No way in hell Toni and Mina is losing the finals. You realize you're in heaven next week, right? You got 4 of your favorites that are going to be
sure
part
am.
of the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament Finals. Safet with the hot take. The heels should have won this. Should they? I did talk about the long-term history, but you look at what all 4 of those women are trying to prove here, and the fact of the matter that Bayne and Shafir were literally put into this tournament together in the tournament itself versus Toni and Mina, that of course came out a little bit over a month and a half ago at Wrestle Dream. I don't know. You know, I look at both perspectives here. Either way, you don't lose in this tournament final, regardless what happens. Now that we know it's the Babes of Rap versus Toni and Mina, and JJ will be forced to decide within a limited amount of time whether he wants to or not. Anyway, this is my favorite night ever. Oh, I love this shit. Oh man, I needed this happiness in my life. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, he didn't. Of course, he didn't choose. Coward. I already made my stance. Toni and Mina is winning this tournament. Well, at least Charles is freaking assertive here. It's like Oreo cookies. What is that supposed to mean? I don't get that, Safet. Explain it.
No matter what you pick, you just like it. I don't know.
Well, one side doesn't have the cream. The other one does. There is a difference in that. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, now you're confused.
Don't say cream right now, Noah.
Why not? You stick. He's a married man, folks. He's a married man.
We only talk about the Cadbury cream eggs when April comes around and bunnies are involved.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to give a standing ovation next week. I can tell you that.
Well, either way, I know I'm going to give a standing ovation at Ring of Honor Final Battle that I am looking forward to calling this Friday. As of course, Ring of Honor Final Battle will take place in my neck of the woods, Columbus, Ohio, at GalaxyCon. And the following day, as part of the GalaxyCon AEW watch-alongs, we will have Collision. We go backstage with Margot Ray Paquette. As we go backstage to the most over-glorified woman in the business. I'm just going to leave that alone because I am the unbiased, once again, play-by-play commentator. I'm just going to leave it alone.
Jesus. She broke my table.
She broke your table?
Yeah, the wood's down.
Ah.
Good night, everybody. Oh no, I'm here. I can't do that. I can't walk away on AEW. But Walter, you're a fucking idiot. Walter is an idiot. Can we all just express that? Can we all just confirm that Walter's an idiot, please? But anyway. Oh my gosh, I'm surrounded by buffoons. And I love them for it, but I also question them for that too, because I do think there is something wrong with these two.
There's a lot wrong with this. I admit it.
Yeah.
I
At
don't
least-
try to hide it.
Well, at least you know what you are. I respect you for that. Ay.
I'm gonna press fast forward till next week.
Well, we got winners coming. We know Samoa Joe defends the AEW Men's World Championship against freaking Eddie Kingston. And now we know it will be the Babes of Wrath and Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa to crown the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And I believe we also have Mark Briscoe. No, that's in Manchester. That's the only two matches that I'm aware of. But as we just heard, Mercedes Moné looks to throw Red Velvet off the Monet train once again the hard way. She defends the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship against her at Ring of Honor Foul Battle. That and so much more to come, folks, this Friday on Honor Club for Honor Club subscribers. And speaking of interesting results, of course, the Bang Bang Gang has a win over FTR and have put their names in the hat to challenge FTR for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. As, of course, we saw FTR ascend to become 3-time AEW Tag Team Champions, beating Bro Dito at Wrestle Dream, Walter.
Oh, yeah. And I'm telling you now, it's going to lead to the reunion of Copeland and Christian, and they're going to be the ones that take those titles.
There's your updated bracket, by the way, folks. Again, make your choice now. I dare you. Make your choice.
Where'd you get it? I've been looking for it this whole time. It was at AEW's website. Oh, okay.
I made it. I cropped it. The power of PowerPoint and pictures truly is unlimitless when it comes to me. And Body Man, not wrong. I might be the voice of clarity for this entire family. As we got Small Stoke, who can't get no holes with FTR. Sorry, did I say it out loud? As he wants to address what happened last Saturday on Collision. Interrupted by Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson. When does Dax wear glasses? He looks like a freaking father.
Yeah.
Not the father figure I need in my life. Then again, my father has been dead for over... Never mind. I'm not going to go down that road. There are some things I don't need to bring up.
Fair enough.
And of course, Austin Gunn and Rock Hard Juice Robinson are the last team to beat FTR in traditional tag team fashion. But I also do remember at one point it was the Guns versus FTR, Towns versus Career, and Dax and Cash did beat the As Boys Gun Club for the AEW Tag Team Championships. That's how they won the second time. Oh, you been the bad carrot, damn. Such a power has gone to your head. I'm as good as the tag team champion. How about Juice Robinson? Because Juice Robinson has kind of been the front man as of late for the Bang Bang Gang since Switchblade Jay White's out and definitely due to injury. Again, get well soon to the Switchblade. Line up there, live collision. I dare you. One more time. Put your hands on that. Top guys now. Well, it sounds like FTR is not looking to get them that title match, but it looks like they are looking to call them out. We'll see what happens Saturday on Collision from GalaxyCon, folks. We'll be covering that here, so stay tuned as we now look towards people that are never lacking. The Ops and Trios Act, looking to send a very personal message to him and Adam Page. That's why you saw the Dark Order in there, in case you're wondering. Of course, the Dark Order was once him and Adam Page's family when they didn't have a family. Bada and Hobbs, of course, AEW Trios champions, and Hook calling himself the best second-generation wrestler right now. And Hook will have a sit-down interview with Alicia Atout immediately following Dynamite on YouTube. Ooh, that's going to be a nice exclusive. Curious what's on the mind of the cold-hearted, handsome devil. As he looks to explain his actions over the last few weeks, why he decided to align with Samoa Joe's plan and screw him and Adam Page out of the AEW Men's World Championship.
Nope.
Join the Dark Order. When was the last time we heard the Dark Order theme on Dynamite? Johnny Hungy. Of course, we see in the Dark Order, of course, in trios and tag team action. 15 AEW trios wins, though, for this trio. AEW record 24-19. Previously, were involved, of course, in Ring of Honor most recently. Dark Order members still in the audience, of course. It's Winos, John Silver, and Evil Uno. And they, of course, forever are brothers to Heyman and Page. And stopwatch, Walter. Oh, boy, this ain't going to last long.
Mm-mm.
I'm about to say, we talk about the friendship that developed that point on, including the tensions and fallout that Heyman and Page have with the Dark Order here.
This is a throwaway match. This is just for the obstacle. Poop.
The obstacle hammer. Is that what you're trying to say? Because I think you're right. Oh, jeez.
I didn't even know about this match, although I couldn't even get a graphic.
Because it was literally made in a backstage segment following Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston's face-to-face confrontation. Again, this is a message. This is not a match. This is a message. You got to consider what happened last week on Dynamite, Walter. Swerve Street and Heyman and Page came armed to the teeth in chains, looking to choke out the Ops. Instead, they choked out the Ops dojo.
This probably was
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Somebody in AEW bumped into somebody else and a match was made official? I thought that was exclusive to WWE.
No, that's not exclusive to WWE. Where you heard that philosophy from? JDNY from New York?
No. Some sickos online.
Okay, well, you should really purge your time of those sickles. Well, but again, that's the simple man's mentality. Those that choose to watch the world burn or try and extinguish the flames, more power to you. And right now, Hobbs intercepting on Reynolds with a power slam on the apron and tossing him to the side on the floor. This is just systematic execution. Dark Order a few moments ago.
I bet you Adam and the Swerve come out at the end of this match.
They might need to before the match here. They'll did bring, by the way, referee Bryce Rensburg for this trios contest. You heard me right, trios contest. Impromptu before our main event, Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley. Imagine, though, if the Dark Order wins, that has to put them, just a fever dream, that would have to put them in line for a trios championship. Can a Christmas miracle happen? Stay tuned to commercial break. Fuck television.
You would think.
You had a better shot of Kevin Knight beating Kyle Fletcher than you have of the Dark Order beating the Ops.
I mean, JJ, that's a huge margin. Can you be a little bit more marginal, bro?
Nah.
I shouldn't expect anything less from you. I love you. All right, fair enough. Well, I mean, again, the Dark Order, they were previously involved in the inaugural AEW World Trios Championship tournament. Heck, they were part of the finals with Hangman as their front man, and they lost. So, I think they also challenged Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs for the Ring of Our six-man tag team titles.
And what happened there?
They lost. I'm trying to go over the history.
Let me ask you this, Noah, as the AEW historian.
I'll try.
How many matches have the Dark Order lost since the passing of Mr. Brody Lee?
Oh, man. Well, according to that record, 19.
How many have they won since Brody Lee's passing?
Well, we're only looking at AEW, 24. I think they've actually won more in Ring of Honor than they have in AEW.
Okay, so you're kind of proving my point here.
I'm about to say, I'm just echoing what you want. But what more you want from me? I'm the freaking unbiased, simple man of commentary for Cinema Studios for everything wrestling. For we do this for all the biggest shows, PLDs, previews for WWE, AEW, NXT, TNA, ROH, GCW, JCW, other promotions included to HOG and other promotions to come, including New Japan Pro Wrestling, Noah, with me and Walter go all Japan, quote unquote, at the start of the year. Whether or not we do Dream Kingdom at the end of the year is completely up for debate right now, depending on the funds and the pay-per-view service. Because I'm pretty sure that's through a Beam. I don't think that's through Stardom World. But stay tuned for more on that. Like I said, tomorrow's City Disney will be a double feature. It'll be TNA Final Resolution and freaking
NXT deadline.
Thank you, brother. And then Friday, I'll do a quickie like I did before with Ring of Honor Final Battle. You will find me and our Canadian friend, Ash. Yes, Ash. We all love Ash. Again, subscribe to our channel. Don't be a dickhead.
You know what this match is here? This trios match is the Kaneshka match. It's when you go take a shitter. That's exactly what this
horrible. That's a horrible pun, and I'm not even going to give you the rim shot for that because that was lazy.
It is the match. You go bathroom break match.
That being said, it looks like Charles will be around tomorrow for City Disney. Of course, I welcome everybody here. Again, shout out to Caitlin Bell and Richard Morales, this year's winners of the 2025 WPLE Predictions League that will be resuming next year with Saudi Rumble.
Wait, who won that? I'm sorry?
Caitlin Bella for the team and Richard Morales for the Galaxy. And the Dark Order chances of winning, quote-unquote, Aaron Riff, highly unlikely in all likelihood. Return to AEW Dynamite. And Johnny Hungry, German suplex to the hook. John Silver was always one of those that I thought should break away from the Dark Order and go after, like, the TNT Championship at one point or something like that. Big boot. I think he previously challenged for it at one point. Back elbow strap by Evil Uno. Yeah, flying forearm connects to hook now, and Evil Uno getting the better of the odds for the moment. Press kick to Shibata. Shibata coming up that loss. Last week's Saturday collision to Eddie Kingston.
He looked like he ate Shark Boy. That's what he looked like.
Both sides here. Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, food. Yeah. What? And right now, damn it, Walter, you bring a TNA reference in AEW. And right now, big boot. Turn Shibata sideways. Front face lock. Gets to the midsection to hook. And no way. No way. Shibata and hook. Uno, you might want to turn around. This is a mismatch, to say the least.
Why would you slap this man's chest?
This is the moment when Evil Uno officially fucked up. And again, remember 1 week from today, Eddie Kingston challenges Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. He just slapped Hobbs across the face. Yeah, he's a dead man. Oh, God! And, of course, the Bands of Rap will take on Jaded Guy to decide between Thomas, Toni, Storm, and Mina Shirakawa. Whoa, what a power slam for the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. The cover by Hobbs, the strongest slam, broken up by the Dark Order. And the Dynamite
I don't have to decide anything.
Yes, you do. And the Dynamite Diamond, yes, you do. Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale will be back from Holiday Bash, of course. Ooh! In Manchester, England, the finals will take place on 34th Street. Reigning defending champion and ring holder, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And, of course, the Dynamite Diamond ring, the winner will get a shot at the AEW World Championship at Maximum Carnage. World's Strongest Slam by Hobbs. And got the win with the Spine Buster.
Yeah, he won with a Spine Buster. What's that say?
This is probably Hobbs we're talking about here. This man is nothing but straight business and power. That Spine Buster has broken men in half.
All right, just bring on Swerve. We know it.
There's a reason. Guys. You called his name and he appeared.
Hangman.
Chain in hand. Oh, just clot Shibata.
Well, that's Hangman. Where's Swerve?
I'm about to say, don't think that he's too far away from this house. Rocking Hobbs with the chain right now. Heyman, a man on a mission looking for Red Dead Redemption. Pushed up into Shibata, kick to that leg. And we know Heyman's not 100% here by any means. Hook nowhere to be seen, though. What does that tell you, though? Of course, Hook, who betrayed Heyman and Page and Eddie Kingston, and was Heyman's undoing in that steel cage for the AEW Men's World Championship.
Hurry up, Swerve.
Lining up Heyman for a big shot here. Oh, no!
Is that a beer bottle?
That glass bottle. Uh-oh.
It's a beer bottle, yeah.
Oh!
Didn't even break.
That's a solid glass bottle. Now Heyman and Page is bucked and loaded. Now Heyman looking for Hobbs and Butcher. Security. Saving the ops for now. From
Where the hell is Swerve?
I'm not sure, but something tells me Swerve's not going to be too far away from this warfare. And Heyman's unhinged. I repeat, Heyman's unhinged. Security. Not enough here.
When isn't Hangman unhinged?
That's a good point, JJ.
It's like
Oh,
$100 per security that he's about to get fined.
This is Charlie Sheen's anger management if he was a wrestler. Up and over. Buckshot lariat. Damn. As Hobbs and Shibata are making a retreat. Where did Hook go, by the way? He stormed out the damn building. Well,
Joe wasn't even out here for this shit.
Joe ain't going to get involved with this business. He's got to defend the World Championship next week. You fucking kidding me?
True.
Well,
I agree with Safet.
of course you do. As we go backstage with Renee Paquette. With the Don Callis' family, Kazuchika, Okada, and Kyle Fletcher. Who seem to be on mutual ground right now. What happened out there was Takeshita's fun. Walter! Adding fuel to the fire. Don Kyle saying Takeshita has been training for his own kind of classic match. And
Oh, you were saying?
Yeah, talk to him face to face.
What a final.
Breathe, Walter, breathe. Why are you not putting up both lanes to the championship in your fight tournament?
That is one dysfunctional family.
No kidding.
Damn, look at the damage on Fletcher's chest from that match.
And all in, he defeated Kenny Omega. Became their national champion. Big concept people don't understand. Created a symbol called the Unified Championship. Representing, which is their national and the Continental. Yeah, why are you not putting both legs? I don't do things to be charitable. I don't make risky bets. Why I put the national championship online for anything? The Jarrett Gamma like Ned Jackson is.
You bet on the Young Bucks. How'd that work out for you?
Guaranteed to be bringing home the Continental Championship. It's the three of us. Ugh, Don Callis happy is one of the ugliest things in wrestling.
Right? That's an ugly ass smile. Here we go.
Well, as we get ready for further Continental conflict, it is time for our main event of this commercial break. Claudio Castagnoli versus John Moxley in the Blue League of the Continental Classic. Both men tied at 3. Someone may finally eat a 0 here in the Death Riders. Next, as we this commercial break.
Might be the match to a draw.
You know what? That's a fair point. We haven't had one go to a draw, but let's just go ahead and just round back. First off, fuck Don Callis. Y'all know. Again, Walter, they're teasing. Amazing Okada could say so much slack against Takeshita when he's not in the same frame.
Don Callis is the only barrier between them when they let loose.
Baze, I think Kyle Fletcher is trying to be that secondary barrier because if Kyle's not there, I think they would turn loose. I'm just waiting for one to clock freaking Don Callis in the head. Then again, he probably can't take it. Anyway. And of course, him and Adam Page, like we talked about before, Cowboy unhinged, whether sober or drunk. Personal vendetta at this point. As again, the International Championship is not on the line as Don Callis is a coward. Only the Continental Championship is on the line here, despite the fact the Unified Championship merges the legacies of the AEW International and the AEW Continental Championship. This, again, Don Callis trying to create red tape, trying to make something illogical logical. Go figure from a virus worse than COVID-19. Well, I didn't say that out loud. Anyway, no one's going to cost anyone in the Continental. I want to believe that, but there's ways you can screw somebody over prior to the fact or after the fact. I'm just saying. Oh, someone got attacked prior to a match? They still going to compete? Gee, I wonder who did that. was looking at Takeshita the entire time and all seemed to have a calm look while he had a suspicious look. Also noticed that that's the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Well, again, Sandy, that's not what this is about. He is the reigning and defending IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He will defend that title at Wrestle Kingdom 20 against Yota Tsuji. Of course, me and Walter and I'm sure Ash and others. Who knows who's going to be on the call for that because I'm a crazy slut. We're going to be covering that January 4th, live, Japanese time. Stay tuned for more on that. The first show, of course, of the calendar year for us. Let's merry-go or no one surprises like before. So stay tuned for more on that for the year 2026, the year Ring in All the Wrestling. But yes, of course, right now it's not about that. It is about the Continental Championship. Reigning and defending champion Kazuchika Okada versus everybody else. And of course, Kazuchika Takeshita is in the Blue League. And likely we'll see him in action either Saturday or next week. So stay tuned for more on that. Of course, we got Winter is Coming next week, Wednesday. I also want to point out, based on those graphics, we have the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royale coming back. It will be, of course, happening at Holiday Bash, and the finals will happen for that at Dynamite on 34th Street. The winner of that match will get a chance at the AEW World Championship at Maximum Carnage. So there's a lot on the line for someone to get a great gift this holiday season. And for our favorite scumbag to continue being the Grinch towards everybody else in Season of the Ring. As we go backstage with him and Adam Page. For 3 years?
For 3 years, something.
I get 3 years of my life to fight for that championship. I sacrificed my flesh and my blood for it. Yeah, you did. Fought Fletcher. I fought everyone on this damn roster. And it was you who cost me the world championship. It's Hook. Yes, it's Hook. Go for you. Full Gear was the outcry moment. It's just a bump in the road for me. I'm going to take that championship back. And Hobbs, Shibata. If you want to fight, then you have got one. Next week, there's Georgia. Winter is coming. Hobbs, Shibata.
Nowhere to hide.
I will not be alone.
Atlanta, Georgia, winner is coming.
You know who's coming for you. Oh.
I will not be alone.
Get your affairs in order. Oh my gosh.
You know whose house is gonna be there, y'all.
Yeah, well, a powerful, dangerous message sent by an unhinged cowboy as it's main event time on Dynamite for the Continental Classic. Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, closing things out on this night before winter arrives, as winter is coming. And, of course, Jon Moxley being escorted by the Death Rider, in my opinion. Marina Shafir, his ride or die partner that doesn't fear no man or woman, but is officially out of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament.
You know how pissed she's got to be in a horrible mood right now, too.
You know, I do wonder, though, did Marina Shafir care about winning the championships, or was it just another point of the Death Rider statement? We never are lacking. We never are wavering. The war continues. The work carries forward as we push AEW in our own violent image to bring the real and the best out of everyone here that tries to be a poser. They don't know the work. They don't know this lifestyle. The way that Jon Moxley has carried this Death Rider MO, though, Marina Shafir has bought in since day zero.
Are they going to start the song over or just continue it when Claudio comes out?
Well, again, I think Claudio Castagnoli is ready for a changing of the guard and a changing perspective. We go to Renee Paquette in the audience here. I love the big fight feel here. Big fight sports feel by Renee Paquette.
What is Jon Moxley like acknowledging the crowd like he's a face? What the hell is he doing?
At the end of the day, it's fuck you or thank you when it comes to Jon Moxley. But you and I said verbatim, Walter, he's been literally the carrying, measured stick, burning torch of AEW.
What an asshole. He's sleeping on the couch tonight. He just ignored her.
Keep it professional, dude. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, that being said, Jon Moxley 3, Claudio Castagnoli 3. First time ever these two are facing each other in the Continental Classic. And, of course, Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley history goes all the way back here in AEW to the Blood and Guts, part of Blackpool Combat Club in 2022. Believe it or not, folks, this is their first ever one-on-one matchup.
Yeah, watch. This is gonna be the one to go to a draw.
You really think so, huh? Bottom line, the leader of the Death Riders has been John Moxley, but what happens here, there might be a changing of the guard permanently. And of course, we wait the uppercut symphony of destruction from the emissary of violence, Claudio Castagnoli. And might I add, the new CMLL World Champion.
Oh shit! They let him come out with the belt too.
Of course, Claudio Castagnoli just recently won that title and also won his opening bout against First Series Orange Cassidy. As of course, I point out, John Moxley won his opening bout against Mascara Dorada with that dark show, as you so eloquently called it. John Moxley, who became a finalist in the first Continental Classic. And there you see, courtesy of CMLL, that footage as Claudio Castagnoli was called out by the CMLL World Champion. And boy, did he pay for it.
Gentlemen, did you just notice something?
What, JJ?
Marina Shafir was with Moxley.
Yep.
Everybody else is with Claudio.
Mm-hmm.
There's always been that separation, though, of that dynamic with the Death Riders, though, JJ. And you almost wonder, is that by design or by John Moxley's choice? And again, they can escort them to the ring, but they cannot be involved here, or they are basically fired from AEW. That's the integral rules of the Continental Classic that have been in play since its inception.
Right. No, I understand that, but I thought the Death Riders were a cohesive unit.
John Moxley said again. Yeah.
And Pac,
Oh boy,
Yuta, and Garcia were all with Claudio.
Well, we've been talking about for a long time how since John Moxley lost the world title, gave up against Darby Allin, gave up against Kyle O'Reilly, not once, but twice. His confidence, let alone his leadership, has to be called into question eventually, if not subtly over the last couple of months here. And of course, right now, Castagnoli and John Moxley, ride or die partners. John Moxley once said on a close with Renee Paquette, this is a guy I would trust my life with. A man with all the tools, a complete athlete, a full-on animal in that ring. A mat-based technician. Again, Bryce Rensburg reminding Marina Shafir, you cannot get involved here. You need to leave, as there are no seconds allowed at ringside. Like I said, everyone is banned from ringside. Don't give a damn what your license is. 20-minute time limit, as Walter, of course, was talking about earlier. We'll see. We got a clean break here. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, 0 for a loss. Both these men are tied at 3 points. So what do you think is going to be the strategy here, JJ? Not just thinking about the Death Rider storyline, but again, these two men are so similar in mindsets, in styles, in dynamics. What do you think is going to be the strength here or the weakness of Claudio Castagnoli versus John Moxley? What do you think is Achilles' heel here? Do you got like a key to victory, locksmith? Cover.
Well,
Cover.
see, I'm probably the wrong person to ask about this. I feel like Claudio has the endurance.
Cover.
I don't feel like Mox has the conditioning to go as long as Claudio can.
You truly don't know how far a man can go, though. Claudio Castagnoli, to your point, has won 21 different world championships and has been involved in over 16 different tournaments in his career. Vicious double stomp to John Moxley's midsection. And of course, Walter, John Moxley, no stranger, like I said, only to this tournament, he also competed through a G1 climax. So maybe he can't endure a single match, to JJ's point, but we know he can run the course. Ugh.
But you got to wonder who this favors the deeper it goes into the match. To Walter's point, what's the time limit again? 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
30 minutes?
I'm looking forward to these two guys squaring up. We saw how far Bryan Danielson and John Moxley pushed each other at Revolution. Of course, that match led to a definitive decision via counter roll-up. Can we get the same here? We've already seen surprise roll-ups be the difference maker tonight in 2 matches of the Continental Classic.
I think strategy goes out the window with these two. They're just going to bring out the best of each other.
And the worst.
That's all it is. Mm-hmm.
I would say their best is their worst. What an oxymoron, Walter. I'm just saying here. John Moxley right now just heating off against Claudio here in the corner and driving the thumb into the eye. trying to impair its vision. I'm sure Claudio expected all this too, to JJ's point, though. Control
Of
the
course,
risk right now.
who knows each other better than these two? Like, and then they'll probably just go to a pub after.
Our main event right now, backbreaker over the leg. Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, the Death Riders on the most vicious ride tonight in the main event of Dynamite. After this commercial break, fuck television.
Commercial break, and there's 3 minutes and 20 seconds in this match.
They're going to be an overlap, dude. All right. This is AEW. They never end on time. They usually end like quarter after. All right. And these two, again, this is the best match right now on the entire field to end in a 20-minute draw, and justifiably so. As I had said before, though, Claudio Castagnoli is now the brand new reigning and defending CMLL World Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, excuse me. He won that title, of course, at Venice Espectacular against Gran Guerrero. Gran Guerrero, who clawed out Claudio Castagnoli. And boy, is he eating crow for that.
Yeah, I bet he regret that decision.
I mean, you know, it's not the first time we've seen, people pride before the downfall, just saying. Claudio Castagnoli, of course, who's going into his 2,464th match of his illustrious career. Veteran of Ring of Honor, former Ring of Honor World Champion, former United States Champion, 44 years of age, 24 years in the game, trained by, of course, Chris Hero. You know very well JJ as, of course, one half of the Kings of Pro Wrestling. And, of course, John Moxley, record-setting 4-time AEW World Champion, AEW International Champion. You want to call heart and soul, even if it's a black heart of AEW, John Moxley covers that in all spades, going into his 2030th match. And, of course, trained by Cody Hawk, 39 years of age, 21 years in the game.
Damn.
A lot similar to the tape here, honestly. And Safet saying it's good thing Marina left ringside. Again, that is the rules of the Continental Classic. The better wrestler wins or it goes to a draw. To bring about the speed tonight, of course, we saw Kazuchika Okada get his first 3 points, much to Walter's relief, over the bastard Pac in a surprise roll-up attempt out of countering the Brutalizer. Very smart by the reigning and defending Continental Champion. And Kyle Fletcher was able to get the better of Kevin Knight, finally catching him with the Brainbuster, and was able to put him down for the 3 count, which, of course, led to the Protostar going up now of this entire block to 6 points. Now we have, of course, Kazuchika Okada at 3, Speedball still at 0, Kyle at 6, Kevin Knight 3, Pac with 3, Darby Allin 0, and Darby Allin is currently at the hospital. His condition right now is unknown. Stay tuned for further details. And, of course, we know we got Roderick Strong versus Orange Cassidy this Saturday on Collision. They're not part of the collaboration, as Roderick Strong says. I'm just going to break your fucking back. As Roderick Strong's doing this for himself. And, of course, Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley both at 3 right now. One-on-one match, our main event match here tonight at Dynamite. And JJ will choose whether he wants to or not, as, of course, we now know our finals for the tournament. As we're back here on Blue League action.
That'd be so weird to just see 4 points, because if they go to a draw, then they're going to have 4 and Moxley's bleeding.
But to be fair, John Moxley's first Continental Classic, one of his matches ended in a draw, to the point the final match to determine the finals was a triple threat. And now Claudio sending Moxley a swing in, as Moxley had 14-0-1 overall in his Continental Classic initial performance back in 2023.
That's worse, to go swinging while you're bleeding.
Yeah, no kidding. The concussive effect and literally losing blood in the wind. Now turning him over, pausing for a sharpshooter. Shout out to Tyson Kidd. And again, we've seen John Moxley tap out twice already. Bryce Ransberg in per position. That giant swing disorientating John Moxley. John Moxley will have no excuses tonight if he quits.
Technically 3, but the one wasn't a match.
I look at bell to bell, dude, all right? Now transitioning possibly into an STF. That is a deep wound, by the way.
Turned it into a crossface.
And look at the way Claudio's got his body position with John Moxley in the middle of the ring.
He blocked the ropes.
Escrip across the bridge of the nose. Compromising John Moxley's vision and his breathing as the blood seeps into his eyes. And now coming out here, that's counter. Oh.
Bulldog choke, I think.
Yeah, here's your transitional wrestling match, Watts. I'm sure you expected with these two technicians of Lethal Combat.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we seen Jon Moxley go straight to that Bulldog choke in a sense of urgency out of a pinfall attempt?
He turned it into a sleeper now.
Yeah, shout out to Minoru Suzuki, king of course, Pancrase. Jon Moxley, of course, previously faced Minoru Suzuki in Wars over the IWGP United States Championship and here in AEW.
Dude, look at the strength of Claudio. He literally just took Mox's weight on him.
The leverage of Claudio Castagnoli in the power game is ridiculous. Oh, big elbow, though. Rocks the Swiss Superman. Again, that blood working against Jon Moxley, though. And both these men, again, just teeing off against one another. Might be a battle of strong spirits here. A spirit might waver before a man's body will. Now trying to turn up the pace here. Blood everywhere and shots being thrown. Now Moxley the jab game here. Closed fist. Swing and a miss. Big uppercut. Jon Moxley set up against the ropes. The sidestep. Claudio the outside. And Jon Moxley looking to follow up. And that's tope suicida, driving Claudio torso first to the announce table.
A bloody bullet train.
And somehow Jon Moxley has regained the advantage. Fantastic fight forever. And of course, we know no matter what, Walter, these two men will still have 3 more tournament matches in their block.
Mm-hmm.
Now Jon Moxley, inside of Claudio, went for the uppercut, the backslide, the cover by Moxley, 2, driving his feet, and gets a 2 count. And scratcher! Claudio somehow back up to his feet. The walk shot and wiped on Moxley with a lariat. What?
Damn, he took Moxley out.
Castagnoli laid it in off that ace crusher on instinct alone, unable to follow up on the cover.
All right.
Half the time is now elapsed. Justin Roberts just said 10 minutes remaining for our main event here in the Blue League of the Continental Classic.
Yep, I just hit the 10-minute. I got my stopwatch.
Both men slowly get back up to their feet. I can't imagine this ending on a standing 10 count unanswered. There's no fucking way. Not with the drive of these two men. Now looking for the neutralizer. Hooking up Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley able to kick his legs, though, to get free. Now Moxley looking for the double leg. Turns around. Renegade show.
This is the only match they mentioned when they hit the 10-minute mark. They didn't say it in any other ones.
Well, it tells me here that they think that this match might be the closest chance to a draw. And again, looking for the gut style. Again, out of the back door, roll up the cover. Shoulders down, and 2 count. Now, Claudio, what in the hell? Counter by Moxley. Hug of the legs, too. Ooh.
Was he trying to do the Boston Crab that he does?
Exactly. And Jon Moxley rode through it. Oh, and everyone got caught with a running uppercut.
He didn't roll through that Swiss uppercut.
And he's looking for that Swiss step now. Elbow pad up. Jon Moxley blocks the lariat. Watch Claudio on one of his own. These two are just swinging for the fences and anything that moves.
You would know they were part of the same group the way they're fighting.
I'm about to say, they say you fight your enemies not as tough as your friends. I don't know if these guys are friends, enemies, or just freaking brothers in combat. What did Claudio once say? We're not destroyers, we're builders. What the hell is Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli building here? If nothing else, they're testing each other. And right now,
nobody brings you to your limit like your friend.
No kidding. Oh! And Moxley with the curve stop. Back press. Hot the fire like a bird down at 2 counts. And these two men really ushering in their own revolution here in Dynamite with this Death Riders mission statement. Speaking of which, Revolution will be back next year, folks, from the Staples Arena in Los Angeles, and we'll be covering it. The first pay-per-view of the calendar year for AEW, as always. Stay tuned. Again, all that blood,
going for submission so bad. It's like he wants to not be the only Death Rider that taps.
Yeah, I gotta say, is Jon Moxley looking for a confidence booster or a statement, if not both? What does it mean if Jon Moxley beats Claudio Castagnoli via submission versus pinfall, Walter?
It takes it away, the fact that you lose your leader because he tapped out. He's proven that everybody taps out. And that was a nice guillotine choke before Claudio reversed it.
Yeah, again, both men on the outside, though, and Claudio. Whoa, man, runs through Moxley with the running uppercut against the barricade in the timekeeper's area. Jon Moxley now rots to the opposite corner, and And now Claudio get a full head of steam. Jumping double stop. On a seated Moxley. Not sure how much of it he got, though.
Got enough. Shit.
Well, it doesn't matter what you do out here. You need to pin the man inside the ring. Moxley's surviving this onslaught right now by Claudio Castagnoli.
We've hit the 13-minute mark.
Another vicious uppercut braced up against the steel ring steps here. Now Claudio bringing Moxley back inside the ring here, looking to follow up again with another vicious lariat. And the cover goes Claudio on a 2 count.
Thanks. With friends like this, who needs enemies?
Now hoisting up Moxley, vicious power bomb. High stack by Claudio too. No.
Did you get a black screen for a second?
Yep.
I did. As of course, we clearly have crossed over into forbidden territory on HBO Max, apparently. But we are going to stick with this match as long as it takes. To at this point, there's got to be less than 6 minutes left. A 20-minute time limit here.
In 15 seconds, we'll hit the 14-minute mark.
And both these men, again, just skiing off with uppercuts. For those that are wondering, Jon Moxley is the only one bleeding. Claudio is wearing Jon Moxley's blood. Break of the eyes, and now Moxley up the ropes, pop up. Uppercut denied. Now the break of the eyes. A big uppercut by Claudio, though, turns Moxley sideways. Get to the midsection. And a DDT! Paradigm shift. Moxley slow to follow up, though. This Death Rider freaking storyline's been a paradigm shift in AEW's ecosystem. And it was these two men that started. You think about when Claudio Castagnoli lost a match in front of Bryan Danielson on commentary, and Bryan said, "It happens, man." You almost wonder, was that the night that Claudio decided to join Jon Moxley before the betrayal at freaking All Out last year?
Good point.
Now Moxley asking Claudio to bring it forward, and both men back up to the feet. Watch out!
What the hell elbow was that?
On the both legs, and Claudio wins!
Oh, shit.
Wow!
They had 5 minutes to go, too.
Whoa! Claudio Castagnoli just bulldozed, literally through Jon Moxley, and Jon Moxley asked for it.
Bro, he elbowed the shit out of him.
For the first time in Claudio Castagnoli's career, Claudio Castagnoli has gotten the better of Jon Moxley in the first ever singles match, and now leads the Blue League at 6 points.
Oh, he gave him a little tap.
I did. But let's say Claudio Castagnoli just beat, quote unquote, the leader of the Death Riders. And now it's 6 points in the Continental Classic. What a showing for Claudio. Woofa.
If you're going to lose to anybody, might as well lose to your partner, I guess.
Well, what it means for the Death Riders going forward, I think, is yet to be determined. But I think to JJ's point, the way that these men came out in the way they did says a lot. Yuta, Shafir, Pac, Garcia have a lot of thinking. And more importantly, Jon Moxley has a lot of soul searching. Speaking of which, Jon Moxley will take on Kazuchika to Kazuchika this Saturday and continue Continental Classic action. Orange Cassidy goes up against Roderick Strong, and it all continues through a winner is coming. But for right now, AEW Dynamite has officially diffused. For Walter Cruz, American Wrestling, JJ Williams, we will see you all tomorrow night for City predicting for TNA and NXT. Until next time, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. This has been another edition of AEW Dynamite. Walter, cut the fucking feed. What a win for Claudio Castagnoli. Whoa.
Hell yeah.